Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 11th episode of Campaign 2 of Speedrunners and Dragons, the show where I lead your favorite speedrunners on a daring adventure through a dastardly tabletop world of my creation. My name is Adef, and I'll be your dungeon master tonight. Joining us, as always, are Danny B, Dangers, The Blacktastic, DGR Dave, Kung Fu Fruit Cup, and Fant TV. Every other Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern here on twitch.tv/adef, the six of them will be traveling around the lands found in the Liseptian Ocean, attempting to learn its secrets and save the world. Last time on S&D, during their encounter with the dragon that was terrorizing the city of Yptek, our heroes had to rush to the surface after the dragon burst through the ceiling of the subterranean cavern in which they had been fighting. After then defeating the mighty ancient blue dragon, a javelin of thunder presented itself, which Daneth picked up. Then, walking back to the city of Yptek amidst heavy rain, Le Père, Elion's father, and the sort of president of Duome, the leader of the sort of underground organization and also de facto leader of Duome, walked out to greet them. After revealing to Elion that he had sent Elion's younger sister to be an offering when he had run away from home, Elion stabbed his father to death as the group watched on. Le Père's guards were unable to help or even see what had happened, as Jader had dug holes beneath them with excavate. Elion then shared a tender moment with his mother, who promptly assumed the role of leading Duome. After some much-needed rest, the gang visited the shops in Yptek before leaving. Notably, Magic Miles' magically marvelous oddities. Inside this shop, our heroes bought many strange items, and Daneth got completely flamed for trying to steal from the most frightening individual ever to live. Then, our heroes ventured to the Pirates' Archipelago aboard the Golden Razor. Also, I think I'm supposed to be on the map screen. It's been a while. Where was I? Then our heroes ventured to the Pirates' Archipelago aboard the Golden Razor. The ship was also inhabited by a strange man named Troyo. He claimed he could get them audience with the Pirate King Yalto by bringing them in as prisoners. This plan was in order to bargain with the Pirate King, since he'll have to instruct his ships not to attack the fleets that will sail north to attack the gods on the day when that happens. Upon arriving at Pirate's Haven, a storied pirate city, the gang entered a bar. Troyo explained that no one would harm them, as a key tenet of the pirate rules was that one's treasure is theirs alone. Within the bar, as some other pirates were talking smack about our heroes and throwing glasses at them, Troyo calmly got up and absolutely obliterated one of those rowdy pirates with brink energy collected around his fist. Troyo then, amidst a drinking game, showed our gang that perhaps there is more to uncover about being able to manipulate brink energy via holding a shot glass on one fingertip. Then, in their meeting with Pirate King Yalto, Troyo bargained to raise in the ranks and left, bidding our heroes farewell. The Pirate King then explained about around a very uncomfortable Arello, that he was Arello's secret dad. He also explained that the current Queen of Solstroke, Katya I, was Arello's secret mom. Eventually, Yalto agreed to join the fray against the gods on 3 conditions. 1. He reserves the right to pull his men out of the fight at any time if he thinks it's not going well. 2. Varel has to tell Katya I that Yalto still has feelings for her and wants a second chance. And 3. Arello has to apologize for Katya for accidentally killing her dog while running away. Our heroes then ventured towards Castash, the last nation they have to convince. En route, a projection of the man that destroyed the party back in Duome appeared. He confirmed that he was Eurelian. He explained that they have someone with a brink that allows them to constantly keep eyes on the group, and that man also had an ability that allowed him to send projections like this one. Eurelian then explained that the gods have left some kind of surprise for the group in Castash. We rejoin our heroes as they venture through a thick layer of fog towards Castash. Welcome to episode 11. We're in double digits, baby, of Campaign 2 of Speedrunners and Dragons, the Halloween episode.
Woo! Yeah, I totally forgot that we were in fog about to hit cast episode.
Come forward, spirits of the dark!
So you were like totally like a news anchor when you opened the show today?
And tonight on episode 11, we'll be hearing a little bit about those pesky pugs down at that birthday party. But first, let's go to the weather.
Later on, mysterious fog in Castash.
You know what
Dad?
I hate the news anchor voice is one thing, but then when they go to the field, I hate field reporter voice where they're like, Todd, I'm standing by, and there is something wrong.
Dangers. What did you say, Dangers?
Secret dads?
Secret dads, you said?
Secret dads.
Secret dads.
Uh-oh, is something coming off? Oh, what a sensuous exit.
All right, bye forever.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh.
Oh my god.
Is that it? Let me make sure that's in frame. Oh, that's beautifully in frame.
When did you get that?
I unfortunately I'm not sure when the official merch comes that we can use Danny Tanner's likeness for IP reasons, but it is a beautiful shirt. Amazing. Hand stitched.
So
Wow. Like in the olden days. Were you churning butter when you made it?
Yes, I was.
Good. All right, gamers, players, we feeling ready? We feeling good? We got our dice.
I am so ready.
Excellent.
But the spookiest thing right now, they don't have my dice, so I need to do my dice.
We gotta figure that out. All right, gamers, let's do this thing.
These are harder to
Let me get a spook
Oh.
rating of this episode from
My
like
die are
1 to
spooky
10.
today.
Now I am ready.
Spookiness rating. I can't guarantee that it will be as spooky as last year's Halloween episode, because I'm not gonna lie, I think I knocked it out of the park a little bit last year. But I am hopeful that I can return at least about 80%. So I guess an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 is
All
what
right.
I can guarantee.
Good.
Okay, gamers. So basically, you're on the Golden Razor. Aurelian has just this projection of him has vanished. And Aurelio is struggling to sort of sift through the fog aboard the Golden Razor as he proceeds forth towards Castash, and he's just blindly, sort of navigating waters he has navigated countless times. Also, I've got my classic Halloween garb going as well. We gotta do the thing. Oh, yo, Kyle, thanks for the 5 gifted. I really appreciate that. But yeah, so Aurelio's kind of struggling, and he's like, guys, can you clear the bow, please? He's sort of just trying to get like any good look he can find.
Would you like me to get on the water and look around?
And he says, I'm worried we're gonna lose you. You can do that.
The offer stands. I want
Oh,
to
yeah,
test
look.
out my new ring here a little bit.
Okay. He's like, we can let down a ladder for you. You can just jump on it. What do you want to do?
Jump.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sprint.
All
Does
right.
anybody have any wind-based powers right now? Wind-based powers?
Wind-based powers.
That would be great.
Oh, to clear the fog.
Through the fog. Yeah.
Anybody? Anybody got any secret wind techniques?
Secret wind.
Secret
think
wind.
of that.
I think secret wind
Well,
is
I don't
when
think
you.
I do.
Would
know.
my black hole do anything to fog?
Yeah, it would clear fog, yes. There is sort of like a physical question that we're not going to get into of like, does black hole clear all non-living matter vis-a-vis oxygen? And we're not going to deal with that at all, because I don't want to. Unless it becomes relevant for some reason. But yeah, it would clear fog, yes. But then there's just more fog affront.
True. It would just make like a little, and then more fog.
Exactly.
Okay.
But Aurelio says he's like, I think we're close. My intuition is telling me that we're not far. We're aboard the fastest ship of its size on the seas. So, it's we made pretty quick work of this transit. Fastest channels, one might say. Dave is pretty quiet. I can fix that. That's a good thing. Gamers, at any point, if anybody's quiet or loud, you just say something. And I'm happy to fix it. Thank you, Hawkwing. But yeah, he's like, all right, Jader, hit it. Just yell, I guess. Just start yelling, and we'll follow you.
Okay.
While this is going on, Varel is sitting at the back of the boat, trying to do the thing that he saw. What was his name? The pirate who captured us and brought us to the
Troyo.
Troyo, yeah, the thing that he saw Troyo do with the shot glass, Veryl's trying to do that with his quarterstaff, trying desperately to focus on it and try to get it to, like, stay up.
In the middle of the water.
You find it supremely difficult. There is something very difficult about projecting the energy through the staff.
Okay.
But you feel it might be possible.
Okay.
So Jader, you are also Ernie. Welcome back. Thanks for the 2 months. Jader, you are running along the water. You did this for quite some time.
Sprinting, baby.
And you're yelling back. And can you roll perception for me, Jader, please?
Oh yeah.
First
baby.
roll of the night. Secret Dad shirt.
So, 13.
13. Okay, so you feel like you see a torchlight in the distance, and your intuition sort of tells you maybe to guide yourself towards it.
I see a torchlight in the distance. I'm going to go towards it.
Aurella's like, okay, we'll follow you. Just keep giving some kind of regular signal vocally.
Port to starboard.
What?
I don't know.
You just said left to right. And he sort of follows you, and after some time, Jader, you suddenly see a cliff face and rocks, and it's like 15 feet in front of you.
Put the brakes on. Drop the anchor.
Drop the anchor, and Rel's like, okay. He drops the anchor, and the ship. And the dog is barking at that noise, evidently. The ship rears to a stop and kicks on the bow a little bit, and water sprays up, and sea spray hits you guys that are aboard the ship. And Jader, the waves start undulating, and you sort of undulate atop. You're starting to feel a little nauseous. And Arello now runs to the front, and he looks, and he sees the fog begins to part, and it's this cliff face wall. He goes, okay, we've got to be right below. We'll turn north. And he pulls out a compass. He's like, okay, Jader, you better get back on.
Roger that.
And he lets down a ladder for you. And as you climb, he asks Haddock, he asks you to help him with the anchor.
All right. Yeah, I'll go and lend a hand then.
The two of you are... Actually, roll strength.
Yeah. 17.
17. Okay. So you are... It almost feels like Arella's doing nothing. At a certain point, it's clear you're taking the entire weight of this object.
I look at him with very sternly and growl in a half-orcish growl.
Arello, he's like, I get it. I'm turning Bobby up. He's like, I get it. Okay, fine. And he goes back to the wheel, and then he's like, well, we've stopped and there's no winds. There's really only one way to proceed. And he asks Haddock, he asks you to throw the lever that you threw that one time, and he asks Elion to take the helm. And then he, says inverse oasis, cuts his palm, and the wheels come out, and you begin to sort of move forward, and you see Arello cranking this thing, because since there's no wind, there's no initial velocity, so there's this internal crank that does some gear conversion to make the wheels turn slightly. So you're moving just slowly, and seeing adef twice with a 2-second delay. Oh, is that a joke, or is that real? Is that a joke because you're physically 15 feet from me? I am on thin ice in my brain right now. I'm on thin ice with me. So the boat, moves forward and makes it to the dock, and not Haddock, but the dock.
The dock.
Yes. And he lets down the anchor and gets off and ties, and he's like, this is weird, there's nobody here to help us. And he asks the lot of you to come down and help him tie the holds to the pikes? Cleats. He asks you to tie the rope to the cleats along the deck.
What do you think Aurelian meant about that he had a surprise for us here? I probably don't want to be surprised by that guy.
Yeah, my fur's all tingly. I don't feel right.
I'm guessing it's not a good surprise.
Haddock's
I
pissed.
don't know. I kind of like surprises.
I don't know. They only want to murder all of us. I'm sure it can't be that bad.
Arello says, it's like, yeah, I don't know, but it's really bizarre for there to be no dock workers. This is a port town and a capital city. And I'll pull up the map for everybody real quick. But they've just made landfall at Krellerin. Sort of there's a cliff face on the south side, but they've rounded it to the north and have let off at the dock. So, Arello's just, he's a little on edge. And could I have everybody roll perception, please?
All right. Problem is, I can't really see my dice. I can see that.
Haddock?
2.
Okay. Elion?
12.
Elencia?
8.
Jader?
11.
Veril?
16.
And Daneth?
I've got 20.
So, Veril and Daneth, you can't shake this eerie feeling. Something is off in the air. It's not like a magic feeling or anything. It's just, IRL, like, you sometimes can just tell something's wrong implicitly when you enter a new room or a new area, like something has just happened. Something's weird. The aura is off.
I'm not really one for vibes, but this place does not have a very good one.
And it's worth saying, you guys have been here before. This is where you left from in the outside.
This is where I lived. It's
Oh, yeah.
almost completely
Yeah.
unrecognizable. Like, almost feel like we're in another dimension.
Elle, what did you say?
Like, what can we see? It's just an abandoned dock.
Yeah, basically. And it's usually a bustling port. And there are lots of ships, but they're sort of just...
Yeah.
Is it as foggy here as it was on the water?
slightly less so.
And is it daytime right now?
Yes, but it's hard to even tell that it is.
Right.
It
Before
should
we
be...
hit fog, I assume it was sunny.
It should be like after... Because you woke up, went to the shops, left by mid-morning. You were at the pirate place until presumably afternoon. You left, and this journey was a couple of hours. So it's actually like early evening. And there's a chill in the air. And Arella's like, well, I guess we just go find the docksmen to pay them for our slip, and then proceed.
Is there a docksman?
Find anybody?
And
Is
you guys,
anybody here?
you guys start looking around, and Arella walks over to where he remembers the sort of, the vis-a-vis like lifeguard shack, like the place where they hang out when they're not working. And he looks over the counter, and there's nobody there. And he just takes out a gold piece and plops it on the counter, and finds an inkwell and a piece of parchment, and just writes, "Golden Razor, slip 5E, here's the payment," and then puts it under the gold coin and puts it down on the counter, and is like, "All right, well, let's get going."
I feel like we should be cautious as we move along.
Should I stay with the ship?
I don't feel comfortable leaving you by yourself right now.
I agree.
Well,
The other ships
I'm
are
not a
still
liability. I can hold my own, kind of.
I mean, we're talking about Aurelian here. I don't know that any of us can hold our own right now.
here. Plus, if we're looking for the queen, we need you.
Well, that would be, and he's starting to get a little spooked. Like he's partially upset that you guys don't trust him to be by himself, and partially he's just spooked by the whole thing. But he says that he's like, well, my mother, Katya the First, is south at Velerhend. But the leader of Castash is... Hold. Oh, we lost someone.
Oh,
Right.
and
We lost Fant for a moment.
We
Man.
lost.
Where'd he go?
Where'd it go?
Oh.
The
Aurelian
leader...
got him.
Dead.
The leader of Castash
Talking
is...
bad about Aurelian. Came into my PC.
Dan, it's dead.
King Carlisle. And can I have... Who lived here? Daneth and Haddock, right?
Yeah.
Let's have the two of you roll history, please.
Big money, big money, big money.
Haddock,
13.
Daneth.
I got a nat 20.
Okay, Daneth, you recall that King Carlisle, the current monarch for Castash, is a distant relative of King Cyril, who is the king that started this whole thing. If you'll recall, King Cyril, just to give you a little lore recap, was the king who made a deal with Aurelian. He didn't know it was Aurelian, and was killed. He was killed, and then it started this whole thing where they thought countries did it, and it turned out the gods did it. And Carlisle's claim to the throne is that he is a distant relative of King Cyril, through his Cyril's brother. That line goes down and reaches eventually Carlisle. And he's sort of regarded as an apathetic king. He's not bad, he's not good, he's just sort of the king. That is sort of what you remember. And that was sort of why Aurello initially was like, we'll come back. The other places are more pressing, basically. He felt like he could pretty easily convince Carlisle specifically of the cause. But yeah, so the Aurello's like, fine, I'll walk with you guys, whatever. And as you make your way up the dock stairs that wind, the fog re-thickens. It almost seems to be moving. I mean, obviously it moves with the wind and the breeze, but it seems like the fog as a unit is almost moving.
Maybe centered around an individual or a location
Potentially, yeah.
or device.
That's sort of what you're feeling.
Is this Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo Switch?
How far ahead exactly can we see through this? Or
About 15 feet.
Okay.
pretty dense. Yeah.
And as you mount the stairs and make it to the top, you make it to the city gate that's sort of near the back. And you guys didn't enter properly through this way last time. You went around. And the gate is just open. And Aurello's like, that's not very normal. Guys, I'm going to be honest, something is clearly going on, so I would just kind of have your weapons at the ready. Because, well, first of all, we were told something was going to be wrong, and now we're just kind of confirming that bias. So I think we should just be kind of ready for the worst. And Aurello produces his sort of blade, his short blade, and walks forward. And as you enter the city proper, you see, it's another ancient city, not quite as ancient as Velerhent, but it's also tough to get sort of your grips, tough to get an idea of what the architecture really looks like, because you can hardly see above the first story of any one building. And I'm going to pop the ominous music now. We're popping it.
Realize I haven't been listening along. I need to fix that.
Is Krellerin where King Carlisle usually resides?
Yes, to your knowledge, yes. It's the capital city. His domain is sort of in the center. There's this, like, what was that? It's kind of like Shalos? Was that the name of that place in Campaign 1? It's got a ziggurat-esque thing. It's not exactly a ziggurat because it's not like some ancient pyramidal structure, but there is sort of a central rise in the center of the city that is built out of like cobble and brick, and there are stairs that lead up and around it up into this central courtyard area where like the main governmental buildings are. Basically, you know, Arello is just leading you that direction because he's like, well, if we want to talk to Carlisle, that's what we do. And he asks if any of you have a timepiece or anything, or any idea like what time it is.
Watch would only slow me down, get caught, and things. Never wear a watch.
It's like Edna mode with capes, but very more specific.
Very much specific.
And Arello says, because, I've spent a fair share of time in Krellerin. It's one of the one cities where I know I won't get arrested. And it's usually, like, a lot of people. Like, all day. So it was less, like, asking what specific time, and more just like, it's the day, right? Like, just confirming.
Yeah, it's
not pitch black.
It's not nighttime yet.
Yeah, because there's usually a lot of people, like, all the time.
Are there any animals around?
You don't really feel the presence of any animals, no.
Bummer.
Should we even be going to the king's place? Should we be going where we're expected to go?
I mean, if anybody's gonna be around, I'm sure that'd be the last line of defense, right? We don't know what happened here.
What if we move?
Can we look around and see if there's like signs of conflict anywhere? Or did it just seem like everybody just went up and disappeared?
Roll investigation, Fant.
Yeah. I got a nat 1.
You see nothing. The fog is so dense.
Farrell, what about your ability to kind of cloak us a bit? I feel like that would make it more comfortable in case somebody is around.
We can try that. I go ahead and cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
And everyone who is within 30 feet get a +10 bonus to stealth and can't be tracked except by magic.
Is that only friendlies?
Me and my chosen creatures. So only people that I want.
My chosen creatures.
Can I kind of stay above him? Like, I just want to climb up and kind of travel above the group a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Roll athletics for me. Well, actually, you have climbing speed. I keep forgetting that.
I sure do.
Yeah, so you're fine. You sort of are able to, like, there's lots of, it's a very traditional D&D city when it comes to the, like, townhouses and bars and taverns and shops and things. It's like that classic, like, white stucco with the like, brown crossbar. Yeah, and so there's kind of, you know, embossment of just wood that you can, like, shimmy across and claw across from shop to shop.
Okay, so just do little hops and I can kind of stay attached, yeah?
Sure. And can you roll investigation for me, Fu, please?
Sure. Investigation will add... Okay. 9. Bummer.
Yeah, it's just, you know, unsettling aura.
Yeah.
And as you guys proceed, you make it within 10 or 15 minutes. You make it to the sort of central structure. But something catches Arello's eye, and he just, like, starts wandering off.
Without saying anything?
Yeah, he doesn't say anything.
Arello?
Where are you going?
Turns out he's like, what?
What do you mean, what? You were just walking away.
Was I?
Haven't you got eyes in your head? Like, kind of like tap him on his head, like kind of like smack him upside.
When you touch him, you feel your brink energy connect with his for a moment, and he's like, ugh! And he looks, he's like, what happened? How much time? What's happening?
You haven't been drinking, have you?
Not since earlier today.
Do you know where we are right now?
Krellerin. We're trying to get to King Carlisle.
What's the last thing you specifically remember?
I think you cast a spell.
Okay, that was like 10 minutes ago. What's going on?
Elle's gonna come down to the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
I take a rope. I have a rope and I tie knots in every
When you
2
said
feet.
I take a rope, I kind of assumed you probably had one.
Yeah, yes.
So
I have
you
one.
you tie one where? You tie it where?
I tie a knot in a rope every 2 feet along the rope, and I say, everybody grab onto this rope
Buddy system.
and make sure that the person in front of you doesn't go anywhere.
What about the one in the back?
Whoever is in front of him, make sure they don't go anywhere.
And
What if we just tied? Can we just like put it around each wrist?
I don't want
Instead?
us to not be mobile in the case of something
fair.
happening.
Okay.
so you do so, and everybody's holding on to their segment of the rope. Elion, can I have you roll a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yeah.
Is he in the front?
No, I don't think so. Aurelio's in the front. Or actually,
Okay.
you probably wouldn't put him in the front after that fiasco. So what is your walking order, out of curiosity?
Wouldn't we want Danith maybe in the front at that point?
I mean, everybody could see
Yeah.
over me,
And
Yeah,
and you
you
know
know the
the way.
city.
and I know the way around. I'll
That
do
was
it. I'll
mainly
take
it,
lead.
but okay, that too.
I'll go behind Danith, being probably the second shortest.
Okay. We're just doing a
Just height order.
It
Raising
makes
the
sense,
bar.
right? It makes
Hadoks in the back.
Haddock in the back, yeah.
Elion, what was your roll?
I got 13.
You, for a moment, it's a fleeting moment. It's been a tough couple days for you. And you feel for a fleeting moment something enters your subconscious and then is gone as soon as it was there.
Yeah. I guess I kind of just like close my eyes and kind of in confusion, just like.
It's
shake my
almost
head.
like a fever dream. Like, it's almost as if it didn't even happen. It's like deja vu. You're not sure if it really happened.
Yeah. Just like kind of like visibly like rubbing my eyes and then just keep on going.
And you make it to the front steps, and Jader, would you roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Oh god.
24.
Absolutely nothing happens.
Cool.
Jader, it's just, you take a breath. It's a good breath. It's a refreshing.
Clean
Smells
air.
like fog.
It smells like fog. It's a good
Delicious
smell.
fog. Fog
Um,
does smell great.
I like the smell of fog. You guys are at the base of the stairs, and Aurelio just feels... He doesn't feel well. And he communicates as much. He's like, guys, I don't feel good.
What's wrong?
I don't know. It's a really creepy way of asking that. He's like, there's just... Ever since that thing a couple minutes ago, I just like, I feel foggy. Something feels off. I don't know.
Could
You
we
feel foggy?
sit down for a minute?
Yeah, I would really like that.
Drink some water.
Yeah, it's a good call. And he pulls out a pouch and he just, takes a big swig
So we
of
put
water.
him on a step and we're all kind of standing around him, I guess.
Yeah.
Elle can sit next to him.
And he suddenly begins to tap Elle on the shoulder.
Okay.
And he
She's
just...
kind of against him to give him a little warmth. I don't know if he's cold.
Oh, even though he's totally out of it, he's super into that. He taps you on the shoulder and he just points over, sort of back to the right, out of the circle of people, towards the buildings.
Okay.
You said this was only 8 out of 10 creepy, adef.
Yeah. She got keen. Can she hear anything? Of keen hearing.
You start to hear some footsteps, Elle.
Okay.
And I'm going to have you roll perception, please.
Sure. I'm on a good roll for once. I got a 16.
You see a figure slowly approaching.
Okay.
And
Oh, oops.
it's just...
Someone's coming. Someone's coming slowly. Do you hear that?
And as you guys all turn, you see a
Weapons
man,
ready.
a man that looks very thin. He's got a long brown beard and a mustache, and he's wearing very ornate robes. And he's holding a regal staff. And he just, and he faints at your feet.
Do I recognize this person?
That is King Carlisle, no question.
Yes. Guys, that
Is he dead?
has King Carlisle is. I want to just instantly just rush up to them, see if he's okay. But I'm thinking no.
You know, finger on the pulse. He's not dead.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to cast Cure Wounds. If it does anything at all.
Nothing happens.
Nothing helps. Okay.
There is something wrong. He's not dead, but he's not quite alive, is what you sort of are able to gather.
And we not responsive.
He's not responsive, no. And he's not
Okay.
breathing, but he's not dead. And he's not, like, suffocating either.
This is truly puzzling. What happened here?
Can we search his body? See if there's anything.
Great first
On him.
instinct.
Well, he might have something on him that gives us a clue.
Or something physical indicating a sign of struggle or something.
Yeah.
There is nothing on his person that would indicate any kind of struggle, really. There's, like, keys to his room, and, various, like, tax documents and things, but nothing really out of the ordinary, per se.
Can anyone here sense an aura or magic?
Yeah, if there's any...
Do the tax documents seem recent?
Yes. They're from this fiscal year.
Okay. I don't know how long he's been like this. Get a gauge here.
We haven't been
How long
gone
he's
for
been like
long.
It's a great question.
Who are you, the IRS?
If any of this has to do with aberrations, I have some intelligence.
I will have, Daneth, you're right on him, and Jader, you just checked his body. Can I have the two of you roll investigation, please?
Nat 1.
Nice.
Okay, mine is not a nat 1 this time. Let me add my modifier here. I had a 19.
Jader, Daneth, there is, like, your brink energy is, like, resonating somewhat, and in this moment, after, like, touching him, you suddenly feel a connection to lots of other presences, and as you stand up, the fog begins to dim just a little bit, and as you look around, there are bodies everywhere. The street is littered with bodies.
But only he can see them?
No, all of you are now able to see this. Like, somehow it was being clouded, but there are bodies, not every square inch, but, like, as common as should be terrifying.
How did that guy see us? Weren't we still in Pass Without a Trace?
It doesn't make us invisible. It just makes us more
Yeah.
stealthy.
Okay.
Can we check the pulse, or can we see if any of those bodies are alive, or are they in the same
They
state
all
as-
kind of seem to be in the same state.
Yeah, I'd be careful.
Everybody roll Constitution save for me, please.
Are these just like, they seem like the commoners of the town? Like
Yeah,
people
these
who
are just
live here?
guards, commoners, tradesmen. Elion.
14.
Okay, Hadak.
18.
Okay, Jader.
11.
Alencia.
For some reason I didn't have saving throws down.
Jader. Or Daneth, pardon me. Daneth.
18.
18. Varel.
7.
7. And I'll
Got it.
roll Arella.
And
You
then
got a
I got
7.
Is this a charm?
No.
Okay.
Alencia, what was
7,
it? 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Arello and Varel and Alencia, suddenly your mind is just wiped. You, like, are not conscious. And the three of you, the rest of you just see the three of them start, they let go. If you're still holding the rope, they let go, and they just start walking away from the building, towards the, like, city entrance at the north side of town.
Hi.
I
Bye.
grab Elle by the shirt and I go, hey, hello? What's going on?
Oh yeah, I'm wearing armor. Yeah.
Does she respond?
She
Yeah,
does.
can I-
She does not respond. But Elion, as you grab for her armor, you come into contact with her fur for a moment, and you feel Brink energy connect from you into her, and Elle, you're suddenly.
back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
Hear me out,
I'm gonna
gang.
go. I'm gonna go touch my boy Gator.
Wait. Am I under this? Am I under the?
No.
I thought I'm good.
Shoot. I'm gonna go touch my boy.
I
Veryl.
mean,
That makes it even better.
I'm gonna go. Wait, are we touching?
mean-
Are we touching, guy? I'm gonna go touch my boy.
Yeah.
Gator.
I want to make sure.
I'm gonna go.
Wait,
I
who's
wanna
all
bring-
under this
I wanna
again?
Bring Veryl out of this.
Veryl and Arello still.
Wait,
Yeah,
I
I'm
want to
running
stop
for Veryl.
Daneth. I want to stop Daneth.
It's like,
From
I'm
tou-
sorry,
from
Jay, I
touching.
just looked into your eyes. You had this dead expression. I thought you were.
That's not what I'm
honest,
talking
like,
about.
Valencia.
I kind of want to follow them. I want to see where they go before we snap them out of this.
I see. How about we break Veryl out, follow Arello.
Okay.
I think that is best.
Good call. Good call.
All right, I reach for Veryl. So the same thing happens. We break them out.
And Veryl, you.
All right. Now we have 6 people, so we can safely guard Arello. We'll apologize to him later.
What are you talking
Good
about?
idea.
Hey, what's
Gator,
happening?
Good idea.
What happened?
Don't worry about it. We're gonna follow Arella. We'll fill you in later.
How long has it been?
10 days.
The
A
world is
year.
ending. This is the world now. We failed our mission.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're all dead. Oh.
Bad ending.
There could be a bad ending to the campaign. So you guys start following Arello, and he's just mindlessly walking forward over these bodies, just stepping over them one by one. And you follow, I mean, slow. You follow him for a good half hour before you're at the city gate. And you notice that as you're moving, the fog is getting thicker, like almost like you're approaching this supposed source, right? Could I have... Who's leading the party? Daneth? Daneth, roll perception, please.
Hey. Got a
It's been
5.
half an hour. Nobody else has been persuaded.
Yeah, you guys are all feeling like you're on high alert.
Yeah.
You're feeling good. Yeah, so you do not really perceive anything. But as you proceed, you're now back into this sort of peninsula that you had been on previously when you fought Stem the first time. It's sort of this like scarcely wooded, beach-esque peninsula that's mostly grass, just like blowing in the wind, but it's getting darker and the fog is getting thicker. And you walk for another 20 minutes and suddenly Arello just stops. And then you hear...
Like, now's the time to touch him.
Daneth,
I reach my
you
hand
go
over
right
it.
ahead.
And as you touch him, he... Me again? Damn it, guys! And he's like, I'm not even in the same location this time. But he's quickly silenced by this thud that's just... And the whole ground is shaking. And you look up and you just see this shadowy mass moving. And the fog, you hear a deep breath. And the fog clears around you, almost like it's being expelled in and out with each breath. And you see this massive creature. And it has 4 green, massive legs like trunks. And this thick shell coating its back. And it almost looks like a tortoise shell. And it has 3 tails whipping at the ground. And it turns and looks at you. And it's got like a snapping turtle face.
Okay.
And it has these 2 big, bulging, chameleon-like eyes that are sort of looking around to and fro, and it sees you. And it opens its mouth, and you just see these sort of visages of people in like blue and white grasping out of its mouth, like almost like their souls desperately trying to escape its maw, and just just screaming and squealing, trying to escape. And it closes its mouth, and fog billows out of its mouth, and it turns and continues to walk.
I think we found the source of our mysterious illness.
Yeah. It's not aggressive towards us, right?
No.
How big is this thing, approximately?
It's massive. It's as big as the dragon you just fought.
So like
Nice.
it's 1 foot is gonna be as tall as a person, or
As tall as like 4 men. But it has a low hanging belly because it is like a turtle type thing.
Yeah.
And
The other side looks soft or hard.
It looked like it has a weak spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking for soft spots. Yeah.
the underside is relatively soft.
Is it glowing red?
There's an eyeball.
Okay.
And it opens and closes every 20 seconds, and you have to hit it 3 times.
Okay. Is my bow and arrow glowing at all for any reason?
Yeah, and Link's eyes keep looking at the eye.
Okay.
And Zelda is telling us to shoot it too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
okay.
like, shoot it, Link. That's
we're
my
like,
Zelda impression.
Spot on, to be honest.
Thank you.
I mean, Zelda just does sound like a tired woman, so.
I mean, if I want to do Zelda from Breath of the Wild, I just have to do a really bad British accent.
Wow,
I can
dang.
do a good Navi. Let me know.
Oh, please. Let's hear it.
Oh.
You can't proclaim you're ready to do an impression and then not be willing to do it. That's like my thing. You can't do that.
Hey, listen.
That is what Navi says. Those are the things that Navi says. In this moment, you hear a booming voice. Oh, Link is barking because I said Link. But
there's an animal in the house named Link.
yes,
Okay,
it's I think a golden retriever.
Good boy.
Triforce.
Very good boy. And
Best boy.
you hear a booming voice that's just, I'm Killingston Killingsworth, and I have a grudge to solve. And you see a man emerge from beneath the turtle, and it is Killingston in his big black armor with his big black battle axe with the rubies lining the staff. And he says, I'm Killingston Killingsworth, and you killed my girlfriend! And he's pointing right at you, Jader, and he's like, and I challenge you to a one-on-one duel while my companion takes on the rest.
Oh.
I tell him, I feel like you can't really be mad that we killed your friend when you were trying to kill us.
That logic seems sound, but I'm Killingston Killingsworth, and to me, I'm still upset about it because I loved her.
Yo, Jader, I'm not sure it's a good idea to voluntarily enter a 1v1.
And he's like, let me entice you. And he says, oh, Stem. Sorry, I'm Killingston Killingsworth. Stem! And there's just silence. He's like, damn it, Stem, this was supposed to be a joint activity. I can't take them all on alone. But I guess I have no choice. And he proceeds forward. He's like, will you fight me in one-on-one combat, one at a time, or am I gonna have to fight you all at once?
I don't really see any reason for us to put ourselves at a disadvantage.
Honor!
Okay, but we want to win.
Fine.
A man named Killingston Killingsworth thinks about honor.
I may be named after homicide, but I have values.
Go hold the bow.
He is clearly peeved that stem is not joining him. And he yells immediately, "Money dimension!" And clearly he had made some kind of cut prior to coming to talk to you guys. And the familiar sort of different realm that you're all sucked into instantly, just you're within this black room that has grid lines, and there is a number ticking up at the top. And the number is far larger than it was when last you encountered him. And he said, "Since last we fought, I didn't have a woman wasting my time, so I was able to invest much smarter, and I have increased my net worth 5-fold. I also cry myself to sleep at night. I'm Killingston Killingsworth."
Before we get started with this, what was the giant thing that ate all the people's souls?
I'm sorry, I'm Killingston Killingsworth, and I don't believe I've been told to tell you that.
Well, that doesn't mean you can't.
I don't want to.
Well, we don't want to do a one-on-one with you, so...
I'm glad we understand.
Fine, wait, hang on. I'll tell you what it is right now if I can fight Jader one-on-one right now.
Guys, he really wants to fight me one-on-one.
Like,
You know,
hey,
Jader, I'm not gonna make this call for you. I think this is your choice.
He's like mad at
Bargaining
me or
chip.
something.
you let us know.
I mean, what do you think? What do you... I think it's stupid for me to fight him one-on-one, but if you want me to, I'll do it.
Wait, maybe we can just get him to tell us what it is first, and then we just all fight him at the same time anyway.
What are you guys huddling about over there? This is no time for decision-making. Quick, boy!
Okay, if I agree to fight, you have to tell us first.
That's literally what I just said.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, that thing... Wait, hang on. You're not gonna gang up on me right after this, are you?
No.
We're the good guys. We're the
We're the
good
good
guys.
guys.
That is something good guys would not do. Varel, roll deception, please.
Not that good.
Amidst all that giggling.
3.
I think you guys are duping me.
We're all just like standing in a huddle, like giggling. To
He
I'm
almost
like,
did.
"Ah, man, come on!
we almost got him. Oh.
Killingston's like, all right, let me sweeten the deal so that we actually do this one-on-one thing. If you get me to yield, I'll tell you. And if I kill Jader, I'll also tell you.
What?
How bad you guys want to know what this thing is?
Episode 1 Daneth would take this deal in a second.
It's true.
Jader, I'm counting down from 5, and then I'm going to make your life a living hell. 5.
You know, for a guy who
4,
has values, you seem to be
3,
perfectly okay
2,
with this whole town
All right,
dying.
I'm in.
Excellent.
I'm in.
Excellent. And to answer your question, Varel, well, it is in my financial interest to keep this whole shebang going.
Values.
Why are we
Yes,
still in
5,
this
10, 20, these are all values.
If you don't want us to fight you, why are we still in this dimension?
That's a great point. And then you're suddenly outside of it.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
All right, now, is there gonna be like some OG Star Trek battle music going on here? That's what I'm imaging then.
I did not think of that, Fu. Thank you.
I mean, you're welcome, but also I
Jader, roll initiative.
was gonna go fight the turtle. I don't know. I think it'll be fine.
So there's no hint of any sort of any
They're
of
gone.
them.
They're gone.
Okay.
17.
Should we kill the turtle just to?
You're up first. You're up first, Jader, and you
I
are.
don't feel so good. I'm feeling kind of scared.
You're within 30 feet of him, but
Okay.
you're within 30 feet of him.
I'm within 30 feet.
Channel points. Predict. I got it. I got it.
Oh boy.
Jader versus Killing.
Use that sword, boy. I wonder how his brink is going to work within that dimension.
It worked before.
He killed the girl with it, I think.
Yeah,
I
in the
did.
money dimension.
Yeah.
She like dropped into a
Just black hole
pit
dude.
or something.
It was pretty like.
Just black hole real quick.
It was one of my favorite moments in this show. I will
Yeah, it was very good.
Jader, I gotta ask. Are we going to get a Jader guarantee that you're going to win this?
Absolutely not.
All right, Jader, it's all you. It's all you.
Okay.
Cool.
Well,
Easy peasy.
I am going to attempt to get close and slash with my Vorpal blade.
Sure, roll the hit.
Not 20.
Does a does 16 hit?
No, 16 does not hit.
Okay, I'm going to use my extra attack, which I can use on every
Yes.
turn.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and hit again. Ooh!
You
Yes.
did not. Did you get a 20 or a 19?
I got a 19.
Okay, you do not decapitate him. You
I
do.
went for that nat 20, baby.
You crit on 19.
Right.
But you do not. The 20, I believe, for a Vorpal Blade to decapitate has to be 20. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it's a nat 20. Yeah.
But the 19 does crit for you. So roll
Yes.
double the damage dice.
Okay. It's been so long. I'm trying to remember.
I was kind of hoping you'd just one fell swoop him.
Wait, I got a 10, 15, plus 10, 15 and 10, or 25.
25?
Yeah.
Nice. You take gash right down the chest. It cuts right through his armor. It's a palpable hit.
Okay. Yeah, that's good for this turn.
Sweet. It is his turn. And the first thing he is going to do is he is going to activate a property of money dimension. And suddenly you feel way heavier.
Great.
Like you're suddenly under the force of way more gravity. And he also changes the environment, and suddenly you're on a beach. And the sun is beating down like heartily on you. It's very hot, and there's sand up to your knees.
Is there any water around?
Yeah, there is a little bit of water to your left.
Okay.
And you are stuck for a moment, and he is going to swing at you. That definitely hits. Yeah, a 21 hit you?
Yeah. Yep.
2d10. 13. You take 20 damage.
Ouch.
That's from the axe, and then he is going to...
Wow.
He's going to surge, which means he can attack again. Does a 14 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. That new armor, baby.
Let's go.
So that's his 2 attacks, and it is your turn.
All right. So I would like to. Trying to think how I can.
This song is so good.
Okay, I'm going to use my brink
Okay.
and say excavate.
Okay.
And I'm. How big can I? Do we say how long I can make the holes? 6 feet in radius. Would that connect to the water by chance?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I want to make the hole as big as I can with me included. In
Okay.
it, so that the water fills in.
Okay.
Hole.
You
That makes
open...
sense.
What's the current max depth you can do? 15?
12 feet.
12 feet. Okay. You open the 6-foot radius and 12 feet, and you both must make a strength saving throw. You roll with disadvantage because of money dimension. He fails. So he takes 12.
I failed.
Okay, you take 12. You're both prone at the bottom.
But I have my water ring on. So I'm
yes,
hoping
water, good. Yeah, great call. Water starts pouring in, and you start rising as Killingston is underwater.
So I feel like he shouldn't take as much damage because he's not going to be falling as far.
They both fall like within 11 to 12 feet, and then the water starts coming in after that.
I'm sorry, how much damage did you say I take?
Oh wait, but he was 5 feet away, so you should only take. But yeah, I think you slide in. Take 12. Take 12.
Okay.
And the water starts pouring in, and you start rising to the top, and Killingston's armor is weighing him down. And evidently, it seems like his brink is somewhat also affecting the objects on his person, maybe. And he's struggling to get out. And the water is quickly filling, and you are rising to the top.
Cool.
Literally drowning.
And it is still your turn?
I'm going to use...
If you have a bonus action, you can use a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm going to use my second wind to recover some health, please.
Sure. I'll let you take care of that.
Yeah.
This was some move you just made.
Yeah.
Trying, man. I'm trying.
Let's go.
So I gained 13 health.
Okay. Is that your turn?
That's it then. Yep.
Okay. So you stand atop the water looking down at him, and he is... And you sense this connection with him for a moment. And you sense this, like, he doesn't want to cancel the brink because it feels like he's forfeiting. But he also doesn't want to die. And I'll say immediately he takes damage from drowning. I'll handle that in a second. But he,
Really
Can I reach it? Like, can I yell to him? Do you yield?
He can't hear each other. He just hears.
That's true. He can't say anything.
And he just like beating his chest and waving his arms, and then suddenly he says something underwater, and the beach disappears, and you're suddenly atop a snowy mountain. And you feel light again, and and water gushes out of his mouth, and he takes 10 points of damage. And he's... I'm Killingsworth, that was smart! That was smart! And he stands, and suddenly you feel very light. And you feel the room is immense. And he walks up to you and attempts to swing at you with advantage. Does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does.
You take 20 damage.
Okay.
He's just slashing at you with this gargantuan great axe, and it hurts. And now, like, the cold is tinging on it, and you feel like you're like pushed back 10 feet in the snow. And you just stop before the edge of this mountain, and you feel light, like the gravity has lessened substantially for you. And he plants his axe and looks at you, and he is looking rough. He's looking rough.
Okay.
It's your turn.
I would like to also... I'm trying to think how my black hole would work in this situation. Is he are we on top of like a mountain, did you say?
Yeah, you're on top of a small mountain peak.
Okay. I would like to use black hole. I'm going to say black hole.
Okay.
And I'm going to point to a spot that is because I got pushed back how far?
You got pushed back 10 feet.
Can if I step back 5 feet, will I incur a
the whole precipice that you're PV precipice, the whole fucking precipice that you're standing on is like 20 feet. No, 15 feet by 15 feet. It's tiny.
Okay.
You're like at the edge. I know what you want to do, and I don't want to give it to you right away, but there is a way you can do this.
How do I want to do this, dude? You said I'm really light right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, gang. I'm really just, there's so many things going on.
You're good. Let's actually pop to the party real quick.
Yeah. Please.
So
please.
we're outside, and the five of you are just kind of looking around, and this turtle is just slowly kind of moving around non-menacingly towards you in any appreciable way, and everybody roll perception, please. Jader, a hint I will give you.
Okay, yeah, please.
Black hole can be placed in midair.
Yes.
20.
20?
Yeah, not a nat 20, just 20.
Veryl?
1, baby.
1, baby. Daneth?
10.
Eleon?
16.
Hadak?
The Ocho.
Oh, ESPN 8. Alencia, kind of Eleon, but mostly just Alencia. You sense another presence around.
Besides the turtle.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't pinpoint where, you can't pinpoint what, but there's another presence.
Will my hearing help me at all with this?
No. It's just like a feeling you've got. Like something is about to happen. It's just a feeling I've got.
Okay. I sense another figure, everyone. Be on your guard.
What was the name of the... What was the name of the guy who wasn't there when Kingston called out?
Stem.
Was Stem holding anything that was recognizable that we have gotten a good look at?
Like at any point that you've seen him prior?
Yeah.
He had glasses. Like glasses that hugged his face, sort of steampunky.
Okay.
Can you try to locate him?
Could we locate those objects given our the close look that we got at them?
Potentially, yeah. And at that, we're gonna go quickly to Jader.
Yes.
Okay.
Jader, what's the plan?
I am gonna say black hole, and I'm gonna point behind, like the old swoop around, like try to point behind Killingston.
Sure.
And enough where it would be off the cliff.
Right. Yeah, I read you completely.
Okay.
And black hole is instant.
Right.
It doesn't take time to grow or anything. There is a singularity present for a nanosecond, which in the real world would instantly destroy the Earth. But there is a singularity.
Hey, if it's only swallowed, evaporate first.
Isn't Gardevoir like able to produce a black hole? Isn't that one of Gardevoir's moves?
Yes. That's why.
Amazing.
That's what I'm saying. We're living in
not OP
Pokemon
at all.
universe.
So you create the black hole in it, boom, and the mountain is deleted in a parabolic shape off, and he instantly starts to tumble, and he's falling and falling and falling. And he's trying to get his bearings. It's happening, in a split second, and he first is going to make a strength saving throw. 2. So he begins to roll and tumble, and he tries to grab at the cliff edge, and he's like, it's not computing that he should just cancel his brink, and he just starts to fall. And he just yells, "Curse you, Jada! I'm Killingsworth! And you hear nothing. And then suddenly, you're outside the money dimension, and Jader, you are holding a bag with so much gold inside of it.
got all of his gold?
Some chunk of his net worth has been instantaneously transferred to you as some kind of byproduct of money dimension.
I have a lot to tell you guys, but maybe we should do it over dinner or something.
Jader doesn't look great. Jader's a little beat up.
Jader, what did he say? What are we dealing with?
Well, hang on.
Possible.
So the money dimension closes and Jader instantly appears, and he looks cold and bloody, and he's holding a bunch of gold. And then directly in front of him, 10 feet in front, is this mangled body of Killingston. His armor shattered, his axe split in two, and he's like dead, bleeding out across the floor, and there are specks of snow on his back. And it is clear to all of you instantly that somehow Jader did this. Like, he's not just dead, his bones are all broken.
I knew we could do it.
Yay!
Good job. Good job. But also,
where?
something else is here, by the way.
We were at a beach. We were in the mountains. It was kind of cool. We traveled really fast, but I was also getting hit with a giant weapon. That wasn't quite as
You
cool.
have a massive sledgehammer or something? Looking at his body.
My brink's pretty cool.
By the way, Jader...
I take my little gold pouch and give what little remaining as 10 golds in my pouch over to Jader. It's like, congratulations.
I do have some bad news. He died before he could tell me what that thing is.
By the way, congrats to those that bet on Jader.
Yeah.
I accidentally bet on the wrong part. That's why I had to give Jader some money.
Can I actually go cast Cure Wounds at a second spell level on our good old friend at just one?
Yes. How much health?
Pretty much. Jader, you can roll for it. 2d8 plus 6.
I got it.
I have 56,000 channel points now.
Oh.
Yo, let's go.
What was it? 2d8 plus 1?
2d8 plus 6.
2d8 plus 6.
Yes.
That's 19 health back.
Yeah.
Wait. How much did you put down, Danny?
I already had 50 and I put 10 down, so I won 5.
Did you restart the prediction by accident?
No, that's the
it's
result.
just showing the results.
That's the result.
Oh, that's the results. Got it.
In this moment,
She's still alert.
sure. Fire appears behind Killingston. He goes, "Oh, you did it! Yes! Oh my God, you guys! You know, I was not sure about this whole test thing, and Killingston was like, let's go fight them together." And I was like, okay. And then I really was just hopeful that he would challenge you guys by himself and then just not wait for me, which he didn't. And I got a better look. I didn't actually get to see, but this is pretty telling. And if you guys are at least as strong as that one and did this, I'm sold. Consider me completely enwrapped with you. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. Yeah, I'm just in awe. I'm very impressed.
Wait, where are you going?
Me? I'm home. I don't really want to be here anymore. It's pretty spooky.
Hey.
Okay, but before you go, Killingston told us he would tell us what that is. Could you at least honor his last request?
No, I didn't like him. It's kind of why I set him up to be killed. I don't want to, because it's for you to find out. Fine, I'll tell you this.
Yeah, hint.
Try going inside the turtle's mouth. Bye-bye!
Ooh. Ooh, woo.
Oh, wow.
So that's my favorite thing I've learned from this. I still don't really know what it means, but I say
Ooh, it means exactly what you think it means.
Cool.
It means, uh-oh, something possibly has been said.
Well, I
yeah.
don't want to go in there.
I don't either.
Is Stem gone? Stem
Yeah, he's
left?
gone. He's gone.
Okay.
Could
Yeah,
you send...
I want to take a sniff and see what it smells like.
What?
That's going to affect my decision whether or not I want to go in.
All right, you walk up to the turtle.
That's fair.
You're walking up to its mouth to smell it. It gobbles you up right away. Daneth walks up. Dan walks up like, I'll take a sniff, and then just jump. And
I just look at everybody like, did that really just happen?
Everyone's like, oh my god! And Doc's like, could have told you that.
We're gonna actually laugh as a group and then be like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, maybe we should help him. Can you like delete part of its stomach, Jader?
I can't do anything right now. I can only use one black hole per one long rest.
Can you send your bird in there?
Can you send your shadow in there?
I could do that.
Well, me and my shadow don't really have any. We can't talk to each other or anything.
Okay, bird then.
All right, then I'll go ahead and like prick my finger and say, "Time for foul play." And the raven appears, and I send them in. I let them fly into the maw of this turtle.
It opens its mouth to breathe out fog, and these souls pry, and it. And
Jared's in there trying to get out.
You see no remnants of Daneth, and the bird is flying through. Just like you hear breathing and belching and that sort of innard processes. And then suddenly the bird you can no longer see, and it feels like the bird has been dissipated. Not like killed or anything, but just sent back to you.
Huh.
Like it's been dispelled.
Right, and then I kind of just like blink, and I kind of just look around. Like I just lost it.
Aurella's like,
all go in?
Aurella's like, guys, I don't want to be an alarmist, but I feel like every minute that passes is a minute that Daneth is alone inside of a beast.
Yeah, but also the guy who hates us told us to go in there, and it kind of looks like we just get eaten. And
but didn't he
everybody...
But it seemed to me like he just said he was cool with you guys.
I feel like more like he's cool with us being worthy of killing at some undetermined point in the future.
I think he might want to do it. Can we not cut its stomach open?
It doesn't seem like that's going to be an easy task.
Does it feel like a spirit like beast or just a monster? Yes, just yes in general.
It feels like both of those things.
Okay.
Can you communicate
you
with
would be
it,
able to have some
Elle?
kind of.
It's beyond speaking right now, but
Okay.
Elle. I'm trying to think who of you. Elion, I know for sure.
What was Sylvan?
Elion, can you roll history, please?
Veryl, what's Sylvan or Danny mean?
That is Elven language.
Oh, okay, I have Elven language.
4.
4. Who else? And this is out of game, so don't be like, oh yeah. Who was when you guys were in Dwome, and I split you two to do 2 different puzzles that were timed? Who did the one with the map? It was definitely Elion, and I think Hadak.
I was on Sudoku.
You were on Sudoku. Oh yeah, it was Dave,
And Vera
Fu,
was on
and Fan.
Sudoku.
Vera was on Sudoku?
I
was
did
on
not do
Sudoku
Sudoku.
also.
Okay, then it was Jader and Hadak.
Yeah, I was
Jader
on
and Hadak, roll history for me, please. That's right, because Fu did Sudoku with Danny and Fan. That's right.
Yeah.
7.
Oh, 11. I'm not getting nothing.
All right, Hadak, you recall that there was another spirit, gosh darn it, in that list of spirits that you put in the map. And there was one that you swear was a tortoise or a turtle-like shape that was placed in Castash. I mean, this was 2 whole days ago.
Relatively.
Only 2 days ago?
3 days ago, I think.
Hadok's gonna type !map in the chat just so that everyone's all familiar.
What is that spell?
! Kill party!
this.
Witness me. Yeah, you remember that.
He's gonna relay that to the party.
Yeah, that's right.
And also, yeah.
So is this the corrupted spirit of that then? There's something wrong here.
Seems like maybe this is what Aurelian was maybe obviously alluding to. Maybe he somehow made it evil.
Doc's gonna brandish his mace and just stand in front of the creature.
It
I'm
begins
just
to
running, pretty sure,
walk.
anyway.
It begins to walk slowly towards you, and
Take
it
a
opens.
sniff.
It opens its mouth and lurches forward. Do you move
I do move.
towards or away?
Towards.
It gobbles you up, and you tumble, and will in a second. But what of the rest of you? Arello does the same. He's in.
Does
Okay.
it seem like maybe it
Actually,
could be...
I'm gonna retcon that. Arello's like, I really feel like somebody should stay behind. I just don't want to deal with another person. I want to let you guys take this one. So I think Arello is going to volunteer to stay behind because adef wants to focus on DMing.
Okay. Could I get any sense that, like, if it seems kind of spirit-esque, could I get any sense that, like, it could be in trouble, or...
It just seems like corrupted.
Okay.
The same way that the
Like-
fox was in the tree, and the shark and the bird were in the desert.
It was not harmful, but something happened to it, basically.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, it could be in need of help.
Yes.
Which, okay, that definitely speaks to Elle. She's like, well, maybe we can help.
Does anyone
don't-
think it's worth staying outside, like, just in case? Or do you think we should... I know Arello's out here. Or do you think we should all go in?
I've got the sending stones, so, like, if that somehow works when you guys are
Well,
in
why not-
there.
Well, Hadak's
Wait,
the one
Hadak,
who had
try
it, right?
calling
He's already
Hadak.
in.
Oh, right. And he
Yep.
tries using the sending stone to contact Hadak. And I guess now we have to say what happened to Hadak. Hadak, you tumble and suddenly... And you drift into what almost feels like a slumber. You feel an onslaught of horrible negative energy bombarding your skin during your short sleep. But you feel your latent brink energy protecting you, deflecting the energy away. Suddenly, darkness. As you open your eyes and awake, you feel as though you are drifting face up in some kind of body of water. This applies to you as well, Daneth. Face up in some kind of body of water. The water feels murky, slow. As you sit up, your feet quickly hit an unstable, silty ground beneath you. Rising, you notice that you're in some kind of swamp. The air is thick and humid, yet somehow tense and brisk. The water you're now wading through at knee level, or waist level for Daneth, is clearly swamp water. Its green hues, cloudy surface, and viscous condition pollute the normally welcome sight of clear blue water. There appears to be some kind of wooden path just above the surface, about 15 feet in front of you. It seems almost to be some kind of dock, terminating at one end where you are, and then with a path continuing forward away from your current position. Wooden torches atop poles, almost like tiki torches, adorn the path. And Hadak, just as you see this, you feel the sending stone begin to speak.
But you said that was towards Ganeth as well. Is he near me?
Daneth is right next to you.
Okay. He takes out the sending stone and then tries to call to it or call, at it.
And you hear Rello's voice, but it's kind of garbled, and he's like, hello? Hadak?
Hello.
You guys okay now?
No, it's an entirely different realm in here. It doesn't look like a belly.
Okay, do you want help, or...?
Yes, I want help.
Tell us something only you would know.
I'm pissed.
Hang on. Hang on. I wanna check something. Am I next to Hadak?
Yes, and in Adef's
Okay.
world, I know
How
sending
does it
stones.
smell?
Sending
How does
stones
it
are
smell in
supposed to
here?
be a telepathic thing, but in Adef's world, they're like walkie-talkies.
I want to know how it smells.
It smells bad.
Okay, I'm gonna lean over to the stone. Guys, it smells bad in here.
Well, Dan,
Really
I'm glad that you
bad.
found that out.
I'm convinced.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
That's them.
let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All
I
right,
lost
you
my
all
word, I need to go
you
find
all
it.
get gobbled up,
Yay.
and you all awake. You all awake in this similar condition. I'm not going to repeat the paragraph.
Why
Is
not?
my bird gone?
No, it came back to you. It didn't. It wasn't teleported back to you or flew back to you or anything. It was dispelled. It wasn't killed. It's as if you had sent it away.
Okay,
So you have it.
gotcha.
Yeah, you all look around, and there is just this seemingly endless greenish brownish swamp with like reeds popping up every so often in this dark oaken path made out of planks with these torches. This area is somewhat themed after Blighttown, for those of you that have played DS1. It's sort of just this swampy, eerie... I don't know what this song is. It's cool, but I can't risk copyright, so we're back to the playlist. So yeah.
Am I standing above the water still because of the ring?
Yes.
Is it still submerged like a little bit?
Yeah, you're above it.
I'm living the high life, baby. Enjoy trench foot.
And as you look around, Jader, you're looking around feeling pretty good. And then you catch a glimpse of something.
How are you?
You focus in, and it looks like a withered soul of a person, like the ones that were trying to escape from the mouth. It's almost like a wilting vision of what they might look like in the real world. And it's just like raking at the swamp and pulling up weeds and handing them out, and then the weed dissipates, and then it goes back to work. And then as you look around further, there are hundreds of them just tilling these swamps.
Do any of them look like the king that we saw?
Not immediately.
Okay.
I'd like to approach one of these apparitions and see if does it like notice me? Does it respond in any way to me being there?
It like notices you but doesn't want any part of you.
Okay.
It appears to be just some kind of like merchant.
Okay.
Do you know where you are?
Mustn't speak. Mustn't speak.
Okay.
Can
I'll
I do a
move on.
Danith and touch it?
Your hand just goes through it.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Shall we follow the path and see where it goes?
Guess so.
So you step up onto this wooden, this old wood, and as you walk down the path, these torches adorn the path, right? And it's just, I mean, the feeling in this place is otherworldly and horrible. And you see these lives being sowing fields of nothing. And after walking for a while, you sort of, even those of you with dark vision, it's strange. It's almost as if there's a black mass in the far distance that is precluding any vision past a certain point. And as you sort of walk towards this area, you catch a glimpse of something in the field to your left, and it almost looks like there is a physical entity there, and it is hitting one of the souls.
Is it large?
Human-sized.
It's hitting it?
Yeah, it's like clawing at it and gashing it, and the soul is screaming.
And what does this thing look like?
You can only see the back of it, but it's got pale skin, and it's sort of a lunched humanoid figure. Or lurched, pardon me, I said lunched.
You say, show yourself.
And this thing starts bounding over to you on all fours, and it stands up and it has a loincloth and it just and it opens its mouth and soul juice, just like ectoplasm, billows out of its mouth of souls it's devoured. And everybody roll initiative as this sort of chief one and then 3 smaller ones sort of bound over, and there are 4 of these things surrounding you guys.
Ah.
I coughed, but thank you. All right, let's get Veryl.
23.
Jader.
6.
Daneth.
8.
Hadak.
17.
Valencia.
14.
Elion.
Excuse me.
22.
Veryl, it's all you.
All right.
So there is this ghast before you and 3 smaller ghouls that are behind and around you, sort of 4 corners around the path.
Gotcha. Do they appear to have corporeal form?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to run up to them and just whack away with the quarterstaff. First attempt at a hit is an 18.
That hits.
Hitting the big guy.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. And I do 9 damage to him.
Okay.
And I am going to just do a second attack. And that is a 13.
That hits.
Cool. 12 damage.
Excellent.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to take an unarmed strike against him.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Let's go.
So I roll 2 d6s. Okay, that is a 5.
Nice.
And a 6. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
So that's 11 plus 5 is 16 damage.
You killed it in one. You killed it in 1 turn.
Awesome.
Veryl runs up and just, and this thing is just like flown into the swamp, and dead, and starts bleeding out. And it,
I turn around. I'm like, what was that thing?
And the small ghouls are like, and they scamper off and start running away from you guys in the swamp.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job, Veryl.
And we're gonna hold those initiative checks. So we're gonna keep those for a while.
Okay.
Can we approach? Is there anything remaining of the soul that was being tormented?
It just got back to work.
Oh,
It's
okay.
missing an arm now, and it's just.
So we can't touch those souls, but they can.
It seems that way.
All right. Does the path continue?
It does. So
Gotta
as you
find the
guys
source.
keep walking, who's in front? Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Veryl, we'll say since you're sort of the most on edge, can you roll perception for me, please?
Yeah. 14.
As you start to look around, and you have dark vision as well,
Yes.
you start to see there are countless groups of these things. Like a big ghast and smaller ghouls all working in tandem, like working these fields. Just like tons of them.
Do they give any indication of noticing us?
No, they don't seem to have noticed you.
Interesting.
There's none, but further along the path, like 20 feet in front of you, you will walk like right past a group.
Okay.
And now the rest of you start to notice this. you start to see that Vero's looking around, and as you look around, you see that there are just fields of these things.
So
Do I get the
obviously-
sense that if we were to be loud, that we would just catch the notice of like all of them?
I mean, the last group was alerted when somebody said something.
Okay.
Yep, realize that.
I whisper to the group, are you guys okay if we don't use our brinks here? Because I'd like to be extra quiet.
Yeah, I think the source is not any of these, so we need to find what's causing it. Or it's just gonna be this over and over.
Tread carefully.
If you guys have anything that you need to say it now. Otherwise, I'm gonna cast silence.
Oh.
Okay.
Isn't silence in like a static position, or does it go with it?
Put it on an object.
Ooh, that's true. With I was thinking of darkness, which you can cast on a thing.
Think
but yeah,
silence is static.
It is static. You're absolutely right. So never
Well,
mind.
that would not work. Pass without a trace, maybe? If you can do that again.
I can do that again if we're trying to stealth past these things. Seems like a good use case for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we all have +10 to stealth for the next hour.
If everybody would like to roll stealth, if they want to do that.
Sure.
Also, while you do that, I'm going to take my sweatshirt off. It's getting mighty hot.
+10.
+10. What?
+10 to stealth.
That's what you said, right? +10.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Very good.
Oh, wait, we roll stealth and then add 10?
And add your stealth modifier on top of that too.
Pretty big, yeah.
All right. Vero,
23.
you're good. Daneth,
23.
you're good. Jader,
21.
you're good. Valencia,
26.
you're good. Elion,
24.
you're good. Hadak,
23.
wow.
Wow, 3 23s.
So everybody would have been above 10 even without the +10. Very impressive.
Good rolls. Good rolls.
You're all able to sneak by. Okay, Bobby. You're all able to sneak by, and as you walk past these like encampments almost of ghasts and ghouls, these like weird like Smeagol-looking but tall creatures with very white skin and long fingernails and fangs. They grasp at these souls and they pry at them, and any of them that stop working even for a second get sliced and gashed. You manage to make it past that, and creaking along, following these torches, and at the end of the path, you suddenly reach your first fork in the road, and the black wall seems to be just before you, and it's almost like a three-way path. Before you is a drop-off. There is 6 more planks and then a cleat indicating that there might be a boat there at some point, or there might have been a boat there, but it's not presently there. And the platform you're currently on in the middle of the 3 paths has 3 torches. There's a torch to your left, right in the middle of where you would go to the left. There's one right in the middle of that platform that is where the boat might go, and there's one to your right. And to your left, and right, you can't exactly see where these 2 paths lead, per se.
Do they go into the big black wall?
No, I guess you would be able to tell. The torch on the left, that path seems to lead almost to like a sewer type area. The swamp sort of reaches an area with arches coming out of the water that's only 1 floor high with a sheer cliff face. It's almost like an underground, like a cistern.
Okay.
And then to the right, there is it leads to a stone wall with a door at the center. A doorway, no door, but just like an opening. And that's a pretty decent walk in both directions.
I vote door. Okay, What?
Yeah, I like that idea.
I
Oh,
feel like
sorry, I'm
interacting
missing
with-
missing one detail. I'm sorry. In between the torch in front of you and the drop off, where it's just like water, up to the black wall, there is a big like bonfire that is unlit.
You guys want me to go light that?
Well, that would bring a lot of attention to us, and we've been trying to stay away from everything else.
Are there any of those things around? Can we notice, like...
It's been a while since you've seen any.
Okay. That's important.
Might help us see a little bit better and make a more informed decision.
Do you think it has any significance? Can we discern any important details about this bonfire?
Not really.
I say light it.
All
Yeah,
in favor?
Aye.
Sure.
Just
Alright.
like that
Absolutely,
Dark
man.
Souls narrator just kind of like coax him like, "Oh, Jada, depraved one, go forth and light the fire."
Awaken 10,000 years of darkness, young one.
Using my tinderbox, I walk over and
What are you lighting exactly? The bonfire?
the bonfire, if it's
It
able to be lit.
it lights, and the torch just behind you also lights. And Jader, can you roll perception for me, please?
Oh, these 3 torches were not lit.
Correct. Sorry, I guess I didn't distinguish that. I apologize.
6.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, you know, you're
Maybe it's in reverse.
you're as you are lighting the bonfire, you peer over the edge, just in front, like where this drop off is, and it looks like instead of the quagmire from before, where it was like, you know, a foot of water or whatever, 2 feet of water, this is like a drop, and it's just murky water, and you can't see the bottom. You almost get the feeling that there might not be a bottom.
Good to know. I'll pass that info along.
Does this bonfire generate enough brightness to illuminate any part of the wall that's in front of us, or is the black wall just like a curtain of darkness, like not actually a structure?
It's a pure curtain of darkness.
Okay. Maybe the darkness is affected by the torches? Should we light these torches? Group?
We could try.
Worth a try.
Which would mean we'd have to split.
The old split up routine.
That is what I want you to do.
Yeah, I know.
Me and Daphne will go this way.
Zoinks.
Goob and
I'll go to the right. That's toward the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will go toward the door.
I will go the opposite direction.
Wow.
Okay, left.
Okay.
Dan just wants to lead a group. It's fine.
That's exactly what's going on here.
Yeah.
Dan wants to lead the group.
Varel's gonna flip a coin, which is 10 or less for left, 11 or more for right, and I got a 20, so we're going to the right.
Also, I just realized this song is a
Yeah,
song
yeah,
I
I've seen
actually added from, I think this is from Nier.
who has the best healing capabilities here?
Probably
Probably
Bobby. But Fu, when she uses her brink, is pretty gnarly.
Because I'm still not
Yeah.
at full strength here, so I want to go with whoever could possibly heal me.
When I
if-
use my brink, so only during battle, I get good healing.
I feel like
Okay,
a
the
battle
world
probably
always
is going to be
forcing us
happening.
apart.
I'll head right.
Bobby,
with
which
L.
way? Okay, you're going with L.
Okay, so it's me, Veril, and Elium.
Okay.
Okay,
Me.
that's an even split.
L, and Verel.
Correct.
Yes.
L,
And
L,
then
and Ellie.
the Motley crew goes to the left.
The brains
yeah.
go to the left.
That's a good point. Did
big
you flip the
brains.
regular coin or like the Miles coin?
I made sure to not touch that thing.
One
Oh, wait,
day
what did I
you'll
get
flip
from
it.
him?
Did you get the
Feather falling ring. There we go.
feather falling ring?
Cool. I'm just looking at all my stuff.
Excellent. Well, you split ways, and who wants to go first? Who wants to be first?
I'll do it.
Okay, so
Sophie?
Elle and Elion and Veril.
Who has a torch? Elle does not keep one. Because she has dark vision. She doesn't care.
I think we all do.
Yeah,
Huh?
we all have dark vision, I think.
Okay. Do either of you have torch things?
I do have torches.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
That. Because I do not.
So the three of you walk to the right, and you, after maybe 10 minutes of walking, you make it to this big cobble wall.
Can we say that I lit one of my torches on
Sure,
the bonfire before we
absolutely,
left?
sure.
Yeah, and like any other torches you see, right? Because there's the two on either side. I'm guessing you lit the one on the right.
Oh, did anything happen when I tried to light that? I guess
It
maybe
instantly
not.
unlit. Instantly
Okay.
unlit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it won't stay lit. Okay.
But
Thought
yeah,
there'd
so
be more. I've played too many Zelda games.
well, they will be lit, but just not via that. You make it to this cobble wall with this sort of central turret-like thing, like a central part of a castle maybe, that the wall comes out of, and there are ramparts up top and everything. But you as you walk through this portal, this doorway, portal in the literal sense, not as in like there's a portal. As you walk through this doorway, you find yourself in like a forest. It's a small forest enclosure. There's like dense trees. It's this tiny area, maybe no more than 50 feet by 50 feet. And there are trees every once in a while within this clearing, but just outside this clearing, it's dense forest as far as the eye can see, protruding from this wall. And they're tall, tall pine trees. And as you enter, you hear a whisper in your mind, and it says,
Went the right way.
"What is a soul if not the food of life? Feed the will-o-wisps, for they hunger so." And as you hear this in your brains, these little sprightly orbs of light appear, and they're just sort of floating around inside the wooded area, bouncing off each other, bouncing off the trees, just sort of.
Would I know anything about these?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I have good info on some stuff.
What are these things?
What do they look like?
They're like,
Called,
they kind of look like Navi, honestly. No wings or anything, and larger than Navi was, maybe this big. And they're glowing orange and pulsating almost like a firefly might. It seems almost innocent. And they are just floating around.
Can I try to hold one?
You touch it and you instantly feel it's like feeding on you.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, wait, I would, okay.
You take 1 HP of damage instantly. As it just like feasts on your literal soul. And I'll repeat the sort of puzzle statement. What is a soul if not the food of life? Feed the will-o-wisps, for they hunger so.
Like, I don't think we should touch them.
Well, maybe we have to.
I don't think you're there. You're not there.
Yeah, not with us.
You're not there. You didn't see any of this.
Let's see what we have.
Well, I tell the two L's that kind of hurt. It sort of felt like it drained me.
Okay.
What do we feed them if not?
You all heard what I heard, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If you heard, what is a soul if not the food of life to feed the will-o-wisp for they hunger so, then yes.
Yes.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Thank you, Beryl.
Wow.
But I'm not sure I'm ready to feed it my own soul. I don't know about you two.
Are there any living creatures around otherwise?
You passed some ghouls and ghasts and on your way in, and hang on here. You passed some ghouls and ghasts on your way in, and there were some spirits they were tending to as well.
Within the door?
Behind the door on your way in.
We could always try one of those. Sacrifice them.
Seems
I get the
heavy
feeling that they don't have souls of their own.
You could be right.
price. Yeah, I feel like offering up a true soul is a heavy price to pay regardless.
Well,
And
maybe
we-
we don't need to. Maybe we don't need to die in the process.
Can
Maybe
you-
we
can
could
we
each
poke it with
just do a
something?
little bit.
Is there ways to damage these?
Would you like
I
to try?
see. I'm afraid of being attacked by all of them.
How many of them are there? Like an uncountable
10.
number?
10,
Oh.
15.
Okay. Does the one that I have already touched, like visibly distinct now that it has fed at all?
Maybe like a hair larger.
Okay.
The other ones a few of them come over to it and bump into it.
Okay. Maybe we could just try feeding each one a little bit. You know, it hurt, but I could do that quite a few more times.
Unless we have
I,
another option. I don't think so.
In order to inspire courage in my comrades, I go out and touch another one.
It takes another hit point from you. And it sort of actually rebounds away from you. And you feel like it senses you're not willing to give it all.
Okay. What about the first one? Does it try to do anything? Did he touch?
I mean, they're sort of just like following you, but you get the sense they're almost waiting for something willing.
Hmm.
Something willing.
To give it a whole soul.
Maybe we could convince one of the tormented souls to come with us to break free of whatever horrible stuff they're enduring right now.
That's what I was thinking. I also feel bad because I want to help free these souls, not destroy them. But we could ask.
I suppose it's worth a try.
Okay. Can we backtrack to the last time we saw?
There's one right
Soule?
outside the entrance, just
Okay.
raking away at the swamp.
I go up to it.
It's a young woman. She's maybe 25.
I ask her, "What's her name?"
Mustn't speak. Mustn't speak.
What if we could get you out?
They're everywhere.
I know one place where they aren't.
Take me there.
Okay. Varel starts to cry a little bit while he leads her along.
Oh.
And you make it to the entrance.
There's no like older soul near her.
He says, "These lights will set you free."
Oh my
Boy.
god. And she walks over to them and she attempts to hold one, and they converge on her and things start coming out of the woods, and they just feast on her. and her soul is being dissipated and stretched and split, and they absorb her completely, and then the forest goes still, and all the sprites go into the woods, and then billowing out of the ground, purple smoke emits and bubbles come out of the ground, and the grass parts to make way for a bonfire that rises unlit.
I'm gonna do like a little. I don't know how Elle would send off whatever kind of tradition she has from the forest to like send off souls. She's gonna do that because that was horrible.
I think you would etch something in a tree or some kind of tree altering.
Yeah, make like any kind of thing in front of it. Probably make a little thing.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Varyl's really messed up by this. He's just not talking.
Dude,
Like a
these lights will set you free.
yeah,
Holy shit!
oh,
Why don't we pop over to the?
was a child soul. Oh my god.
I assume you light the thing.
Yeah.
You light it, and you sense that the torch is lit back at the platform. And we'll go to the others now.
I'm glad we went team left, baby. Team left.
We're gonna sit outside and cry.
You left.
Team left. You have to do a firing squad. There.
Red light.
Now we're in the huddle crying.
Let's go team. Go team. You guys walk into this sort of sewer area, and you walk through this corridor first, and in the corridor there are corpses, physical corporeal corpses that look like they've been eaten, but not by bite marks, by like degrading, like they've been decomposed in one chunk. And like there are weapons and shields that look corroded on these sort of warriors' bodies that are strewn about the corridor. And it literally looks like a chunk of them has been melted out, and their armor has been corroded that was there. Their weapons and anything metal that had touched whatever this was looked to be corroded and dilapidated. And you sort of walk through this entryway. And what is your walking order, the three of you?
I want to lead, so I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, Daneth, I think, was ahead.
Sure. You step into this massive cistern, and the ceiling is maybe 12 feet high, and it's these arched, ribbed archways as far as the eye can see, both directions.
Okay, so we can see pretty clearly in here. Like,
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
goes on for a long distance.
Yeah.
It's not like it's dim. We can't see our hands in front of our face. Got it.
Correct. Yeah. And for those of you that like, a cistern is literally like an area where water is put in ancient, like medieval like sewer deposits. So you're in like 3 inches of water, 4 inches of water. And Jader, you walk atop it.
Daneth, how's it smell down here?
How does it smell?
It's bad.
Dungeon
It's
Master?
rank.
Oh, do you not have a sense of smell? Do you not have a nose, Jader?
It was more me making fun of you.
I see how it is.
And you make it to the center of this room without really anything happening, and then you just hear and it's just popping noises and like water being moved and slooshed about. And we're gonna keep your initiative rolls, which are these. Oh, you're right next to each other on my sheet. That's helpful. Okay. Also, do we want to take a quick break? I forgot to ask. If anybody needs to get up and do something. I'm chilling. But if you need, also those of you that are not currently playing, obviously you can run off and use the loo if need be.
A break is a good idea, I think.
Sure. Let's take 3 minutes. Sound good? 3 minutes.
3.
Sure.
All right. Take 3
minutes.
Gamers will be right back. You are watching Speedrunners and Dragons. Don't go away. Don't go away. Also, I've been seeing YouTube comments. Some people were like, why don't you edit out the breaks? This is a great point. And yes, I probably should do that. But the current pipeline of Speedrunners and Dragons makes that slightly difficult. Not impossible.
See, if you're going to edit out the breaks, you're going to miss this wonderful skeleton dance content
That
you're
too.
doing right now.
But yes, what I will say is that campaign 3, when that does happen, many things will be more streamlined, including that. But for the current setup, it's just not super feasible. But the good news is I am enlisting the help of a friend of mine to go through and timestamp every episode. So that will be happening soon, hopefully. But I will be right back. If somebody wants to do a little plug or whatever, have at it.
I will also be right back. It's up to Jader.
I got it. I got this. I'll hold this down. Do you guys want any song requests in the chat? Song requests? No? No, I am not singing. I will not be singing Bon Jovi, as I have a high disdain for the best band ever. Hi, yuck. I just can't stop watching Haddock's Square. I didn't do a very good job holding things down, but
Uh-oh. What happened?
it went off the rails. I was asking for song requests. I was gonna sing, and then
Do you think you could sing good enough to trigger copyright?
yeah. It's happened before. Oh, have you played did you get the expansion pack for the Switch?
I sure did, and I already refunded it.
I was curious did you beat it
No, I didn't beat it. I played it for like 4 hours, just like running around testing glitches and testing ideas and things, and it was like, okay, it's gonna sound very overblown, but it was truly horrendous to play on. Like,
As
yeah.
someone that speedruns it and spent thousands of hours.
Yeah, it was
sure.
not good. Like, it's good enough for people who just want to have a casual experience in 2021 as opposed to
Right.
1996 or 98 rather, but it was just not good. The input lag was very bad. Like,
We talking Switch Online, baby?
oh, we sure are. Yeah, there's a fun feature where the controller rumbles anytime you do anything, like you splash your sword in a wall, or you bonk, or you like fall from a high distance or whatever. And the funny thing is, the controller rumbles like in real time, like when it's supposed to happen. But then you don't actually see it happen on screen for another like 0.2 seconds.
Wow.
And so it's like very jarring to have that disconnect in your hands and on screen, which is interesting because it means that it's not actually input delay, right? Like it's not that you press a button and then the game doesn't register it for a quarter second. It's that you press a button, the game is actually doing what it's supposed to do in real time, and then just not rendering it for that quarter second.
Weird.
Yeah, it was just not fun.
I just know, like, I tried to play, because I still have it. It's been fun to play, like, Mario Kart Online and Mario Tennis and stuff online, but the controls, if you don't have the N64 controller, it's, like, impossible to play with a Pro controller. Like,
the button layout they chose
doesn't
is
feel good at all.
perplexing.
Did you see what the button layout was for Ocarina of Time?
Yes.
Yeah, you can't even change it. I mean, you can change it from the...
hold a button to toggle just to press C right. Like, what the heck? It was very strange.
So bad.
Very strange.
But we are back, at least with the 3 boys on this side.
Oh, yes.
So
Oh, yeah.
the water is bubbling and a gooping.
Party on left side.
Suddenly.
No, it's kind of convenient that the top three went right and the bottom three went left.
Oh, on the layout? Is that actually what
The
happened?
layout, yeah.
That's
That's
funny.
what happened.
Okay. So, this suddenly, a black mass reaches up out of the water and swipes at Daneth.
Horse. It's like it smells hot.
Does a 15 hit you?
Well, it does not.
Okay. It swipes at you and misses, but it's like an amorphous black sludge blob. And then it
I was
plops back into the water, and the sludge sort of ebbs and flows in and of itself. And it starts forming a form and then back into the water.
Yeah, Daneth is squeamish about this. Just like.
And yes, that's its turn. That's its turn. It is on Haddock.
Okay, so this thing. Wait. Because I just heard black mass.
It's
Layla,
currently
can
it's currently like living atop the water's surface in like a maybe a 5 by 5 foot area in front of Daneth.
Jesus.
We can see this thing.
Yes.
Like, we can
Yes.
see where.
Okay. Oh, I love this song. All right. That thing seems really big and well, very ghastly. I am going to cast Spirit Guardians at the. I think I could do a third. Yeah, at the third spell level. So 15 feet around me. So I'm assuming since we're right next to each other, that would also include the ghastly figure. Also, the people around me, like my compatriots, are not affected. Its speed is halved. Right now, I must make a Wisdom saving throw of 15. On a failed save, creature takes 3d8 radiant damage. On a successful save, you take half.
Wisdom save of what?
15.
And what is the status ailment? It's
3d8 and sorry, that's damage. Speed is halved for the
and
area.
it's radiant damage. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It fails for sure. I can roll the d8s.
Okay.
3d8.
Yep.
1 plus 7 is 8. Plus 3 is 11.
Okay. I'll use my movement speed to just kind of like be like a barrier between like the enemy and Daneth thing. Because Haddock kind of seemed like he was a little bit spooked, so
Okay.
you know.
You do so.
That's
And it is now on Daneth.
All right. Well, I've got. Is anybody in front of me?
Haddock just placed himself in front of you.
Okay. I am going to move in a circular motion around, so Haddock is no longer in front of me.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
Are you going in front of Haddock? Because that puts you in the creature.
No, I want to go like around, like in a
Okay.
semicircular motion.
Sure.
Around, okay? And then, the reason for that is, first, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark. That's the
Okay.
first thing I'm going to do. But, as you recall, last episode, I got a new toy.
Oh.
And that toy was the Javelin of Lightning. Hang on one second. I'm getting interrupted.
Oh, did you know if you put M&Ms in the microwave for like less than a minute, the inside melts and the outside's still crispy, and it's the best thing ever.
It sounds frightening.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, so I had a Javelin of Lightning, henceforth referred to as Kyoko the Javelin. And
They have Japanese in this.
I don't know what Japanese is. This
Okay.
just sounds like a cool name to name it just random
Portuguese.
syllables together. Right?
Okay.
Could be Portuguese, you know.
Could be.
All right, so not only do I have multi-attack, but the Javelin of Lightning. Should it hits? Let's just roll our hits first. I'm gonna attack it with my Javelin of Lightning. Kyoko, let's go. Well, one of them's a nat 1, and the other one is a 11. That's with the hit bonuses and everything.
The 11 hits. The nat 1, we'll say you prick your finger on the way in to the stab, and you take, say, 4 damage.
Okay, sure, yeah.
But the 11 hits. But are you using? Does it have latent lightning effect, or is it just
lightning effects?
Okay.
And
the moment?
so, first
roll
of all-
roll the piercing damage for me, please.
Yep. So the piercing damage is a 7.
Okay, it takes 7 damage, but
And
then
now it has to do a dexterity saving throw.
or
And no, it just has to do a dexterity.
Yeah, but
saving
what
throw.
is the
It'll take
result?
46 lightning damage if it fails.
Yeah, it's immune to
Half
that.
number.
It's immune to that.
46 though. That's nuts.
4d6.
Oh, I was like,
Okay, so it's
oddly
immune to
specific.
lightning, is what you're saying.
The second you strike it with the lightning damage, it takes the piercing damage, but then the lightning damage splits it in 2.
Oh.
So now there are 2 of it.
Oh, and then I have my Hunter's Mark damage as well.
Right,
Hunter's
let's do the
Mark.
Hunter's Mark damage.
Yeah, so that's another 1d6.
Okay.
On top of that, so that was 4.
Okay.
Hunter's Mark.
Ooh, does Hunter's Mark apply to both halves now?
No, I don't think so.
Interesting.
So the lightning just split it in 2. Are they now roughly together, the same mass as the blob beforehand?
Yes. Would you like to make this a super task, Daneth? Would you like to split it in half infinite number of times until it's unkillable? Excellent. What do you want to do?
All right,
Is that
impossible.
your turn? Is that your turn?
All right, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. We'll say that you hunter mark the one on the left. That stays on the one on the left. The left for you. And it is Jader's turn.
well, I. am
Oh,
excited.
also. Sorry. Nope. Never mind. Jader's your turn.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. I first of all would like to see what happens when I excavate under this thing. I want to see how it reacts to it.
Okay.
So I would like to use excavate.
What's the
And
size?
So they're split in 2, right?
Yeah, but they're right next to each other, each occupying a 5-foot space, basically.
Let's do the one on the right that doesn't have Hunter's Mark. I'm just gonna try
Okay.
and focus on that one, and I'll just make it roughly its size and full 12 feet deep.
Okay. Fails the strength check. It takes 12. And it plops down and falls and splats and starts oozing, but it's fine.
Okay.
It took damage, but it's, a weird thing.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use my action surge, and that gives me 1 additional action.
Yes, indeed.
And I am going to attempt to poke it.
Okay.
But if I hit it, there's a reason why. I'm gonna try something I've never done. Does a 19 hit?
Yes. And that's not a natural 19, correct?
No.
Okay, yeah, that hits, yeah.
And as I hit it, I would like to say killing call.
Oh, God. I gotta go deep into the archives.
Target must make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw. If you fail, it's instantly swayed to fight and die for me.
It fails. Also roll damage.
This is a thing I didn't know about.
That's with my blade. My Vorpal blade has I've never used it.
I think you've tried once.
I may and probably failed. 11 plus 21.
It's dead.
Oh.
Woohoo!
Well, I'm glad it worked. Glad we got to see how that worked.
It like boils. As it dies, this right one, it boils, and the steam fills the air and it dissipates. And the other one is still sort of scrounging around.
Okay.
How does it smell now, Danny?
Much worse.
That's my turn. That's my turn.
It is the Black Pudding's turn. That is what this thing is called, apparently. And
Is it still within my space? Yeah, let's make a wisdom saving throw, if possible.
oh yes. What's the DC?
15.
It fails. Does it take damage?
Takes half of the, I think it's 3d8. Hold on. Spirit Guardians. Yeah, half of 3d8.
Half of 3. It failed. It failed the throw, so it's full 3.
Oh, it's full 3d8. All right, my bad.
Takes 15. And it is going to swipe at you, Hadak. Hadak, does a 19 hit you?
Yep. Barely.
Okay. You first take 5 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Then
Oh. $24 acid damage. Why?
Oh, hey, another question. Your armor, is it made out of magic? Is it magic armor in any way?
No.
Alright, you have a permanent -1 to your AC.
Are you f***ing me right now?
Yikes, dude.
Your armor class goes down by 1.
I'm 2 years older. I'm -1.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You look good though.
The dog
Our
is getting
path was
ragged on, man.
Our path was depressing, but at least we're not getting like fucked.
These enemies are weak but powerful if they hit you.
Holy.
I tried to tutorialize this by showing you guys the corroded armor in the hallway, but you know.
I'm glad I'm on top of the water. Is all I'm saying.
And it is now Hadak's turn.
Good, because the doc is pissed.
Yeah, I bet.
My armor is just nice, fine plate, might I add, all right?
Might I add? Well,
Pretty
Daddy
steady.
Jader, with his newfound income, can buy you some fresh stuff.
Good, because I want retribution.
Oh, I got
I also paid $100 for those damn camels. So,
He has not forgotten.
Hadak is pissed.
We'll open up a Splitwise for the camels later.
We're going to. Oh my lord! I mean, we're right by the thing. He's gonna try to grapple with the beast. I don't know how amorphous this thing is.
You're gonna touch it?
I'm gonna touch it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, with the. Yeah, the doc's pissed. He's gonna touch it.
Okay.
So how we'll get to those effects later.
Okay.
But I also want to cast Inflict Wounds at the 4th spell level,
Okay.
and I want to try to roll to hit that, and that is a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
And
Do you have to touch it for inflict wounds?
Yes.
Okay.
This is why. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is. Hold on, I just lost it. 60-10. Cool. 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 33 damage.
Yeah, it's dead. You take on contact 6 acid damage, but it's your hand that touches it, so your armor doesn't decrease. And you kill it, and it dissipates and evaporates, and the black pudding is evidently dead, and out of the center of the room comes a bonfire to be lit.
But at what cost?
1 armor class.
Damn right, 1 armor class.
That's the cost.
Who has a torch?
I have a torch. I'll light it. Sure.
You get the sense that the torch behind you is now lit, and I assume you walk back. And the 6 of you are rejoined in the center, and now all 3 torches are lit. And before you, bubbling out of the water, a rowboat appears, large enough to fit the 6 of you. And
Why do you guys look so sad?
Yeah, you guys notice that Elle and Veryl look they look a little rough.
But not physically.
No, just emotionally.
Just emotionally.
Veryl just looks down and shakes his head.
The unshakable Veryl shook.
Hadak, almost got poisoned to death. If you guys, that makes you feel better.
Are you okay?
The dog's just gonna try to like walk forward towards the little ferry boat.
I just follow silently behind him.
Boy, what?
Yeah.
What happened to you guys?
We had to make a sacrifice.
Is everyone okay?
Wait, a sacrifice? And like who? What?
I'm getting the sense they don't want to talk about it, so I'm just gonna follow Hadak.
I mean, if they sacrifice something, I feel that's important.
It won't affect what we need to do.
No. Oh no.
Daneth is that uncle that's like, but what happened?
But what happened?
But I'm not satisfied.
All right, I'm gonna go follow Hadak. Talk it later.
But what did the conversation between you and your mom? I mean, what did she say? She talk about me? Bro, you have to tell me. So you get in the boat, and as soon as all 6 of you are in, it starts to move itself. It turns and begins to go forward towards this black wall of darkness. And you're going towards the wall, and the boat is just proceeding forward, and you start to hear a song. The song starts to sort of increase in volume the closer you get. And it sounds almost like a flute song emanating throughout the air. And it's eerie and uncomfortable. And you know, the boat trudges ahead regardless what you want. And you make it to the black barrier, and the boat just goes through it. And you pass through, and on the other side you see this there's a dock, maybe 100 meters, like 200, 300 feet in front of you. And it is onto this lone island. And it looks like a constructed island almost. It's like a... You guys ever seen that painting, Birth of a Venus, where it's like a clamshell that's open and there's like a woman in it, and her hair is like streaming out? So it's almost like an open like clamshell. Massive. Big enough to hold an audience, with like seats lining the walls. And there are 2 thrones, and you see 2 figures sitting in the thrones at the back of this thing. And it's just this auditorium almost. This like open air auditorium with no front. The front is where you are coming into the dock. And You make it there, and the music's getting louder and louder. And it's well lit by nothing. It's just lit. And you get off, and you see these two figures, a man and a woman, sitting in the throne, and the woman is sitting up, and she's playing the flute, and the man is draped over the two armrests of his throne, and he's just twiddling his fingers and his toes at the sound. And they both have long hair, and they wear like silken robes. And the boat docks, and you're able to get off.
Can I whisper to the group? Did we see them on that mural of the gods painting? Do these people look familiar?
Roll history, Jader.
Well,
you think you recall two people somewhat resembling these visages on the frieze from Adela's Peaks, yeah?
Can
should
anyone
probably
else
be
roll?
careful.
Now that he's mentioned?
What was that, El?
Can anyone else roll for this now that he's mentioned it?
Yeah, sure, everybody can roll for it, sorry.
It's history.
Yeah.
Dennis did not study history.
Very
I only got an
I'll
8.
say what my number was.
I roll a 20.
Alright. El,
I got an 8.
Elion,
12.
Hadak.
Got a 6.
Okay. Varel. Varel the astute. Varel the learned. Varel the sacrificer of young women. His many titles. Varel, you recall that it was a young man and a young woman. They seemed, a bit younger than the others, perhaps, in the frieze you remember, and they seemed to be very jovial and together, definitely. And their brink images were the moon and the sun. The moon for the man, the sun for the woman.
I pass that information along.
Can I take this moment to recall my bird?
Was it out?
You dispelled it from it flying into the maw of the thing.
Oh, I just assumed that was the same as it being recalled.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that's what I was trying to convey the whole time, and I just was not doing a good job of it, but that's what I
Gotcha,
meant.
okay.
Sorry.
Then we'll assume it was there the whole time. Never mind.
Sure, sorry.
That's good. I wanted to fly up and over and just kind of like circle above.
There is nobody around but these two. Nobody, nothing. They're just hanging out. She's playing music. He's vibing.
The bird can stay up there, I think.
You see the man look up at it. And then he looks over at you. And they both have very fair skin. And he says, "How long must we wait for them?"
For who?
For you.
Oh, not ominous at all.
And you're like maybe 60 feet from him, but you're having this conversation clear as day. Like, there's something imposing about the two of them.
Well, we are right here.
Yes.
Are you the surprise Eurelian left for us here?
Maybe. She just carries on playing this flute tune, not even caring.
So we're not gonna talk? Just wanna fight?
I'm just shook and I don't know what to say.
I'm feeling a little, and I'm sure the other two can relate. I'm feeling a little upset that we had to sacrifice a young soul in order to just be in front of these two. And this is all like a whole setup. So I'm kind of upset about that, and I would like to do something about it.
Sure.
Like, screw both of you? Or
Varel
I think she'll...
is feeling the same rage, and he just walks very confidently right up to them and attempts to just snatch the flute right out of her hands.
Wow.
Did we hear how big they are? Like, are they? Have you told us they're?
They're slightly taller than normal people.
Okay.
They're probably both like 6'8", 6'10".
Okay.
Varel, as you approach, you get to within 20 feet of her, and she stops playing, and then begins fingering a different tune, and suddenly your movement speed is cut in half. And you take... I don't have a d4. Roll a d4 for me, please.
Sure.
You beat me to it. Wait, I got it. I got the number.
1.
You take 1 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good. You would have taken 3 damage if you took my roll.
And you just feel this imposing presence from her.
Can I just keep walking?
Sure. It's kind of hard to do this not being in combat. Let's roll initiative.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for me to calculate how I made this.
Well, instead of walking, can I just teleport to her?
Sure. Yeah. Still
Okay.
roll initiative for me, everybody, just so I
Sure.
have it. Let's go Haddock.
12.
Daneth.
11.
Varel.
21.
Jader.
7.
Elion.
22.
Elencia.
10.
Okay, you're teleporting, you said?
Is it bright light or dim light that we're in right now?
It's like, you can see clearly, I guess, is a way to say it. It's not, like, bright.
Okay, well, I can teleport when in dim light or darkness, right? So, like, if there's no like occlusion of distance like there would be in dim light, then I can't do it.
So you want it to be dim for this to work?
Yes.
I mean, it's not bright, so I guess the opposite is dim.
Okay.
It's I would say it's it's bright. You can see them both very clearly.
Okay, sure. Yeah, then I'll just keep walking.
Cool. Well, then we'll do her turn and your turn and her turn and your turn. It's her turn, and I now have a roller for d4. 2 damage to you.
2 damage to me. Okay.
Yes, that's poison damage, by the way. Just if that matters for your particular race or anything. And she's not like looking at you, like confused that you keep walking forward, and he now sits up. And it's your turn. You're within 10 feet.
Okay. I just walk right up and I don't even attempt to strike her. I just attempt to take the flute. And as I do so, I say, "Do we have your attention now?"
The man is instantly in front of you. And he kicks at you. Like, he's instantly you get, you probably get an attack of opportunity because it's instant. But he kicks at you. Do an unarmed strike. Does a 13 hit you?
Nope.
He kicks at you and misses, but he's in between the two of you now. He, like, literally as soon as he was sitting, he's in front of you. It felt like.
Okay.
And he says, "Very well." And it is your turn.
Okay. Yeah, all I've done is move, so...
By the way, you guys can have turn. What do you want to do? Let's go through the proper order. So let's go to Elion.
All right. Well, assuming that fighting is our only option here, I'll move my 30 feet so that I close the gap in half, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Or
then I
60 way?
will.
Yeah.
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 What do I want to do here? I will use. I'll do my bonus action first. Mantle of Inspiration. So, that's my bonus action. I expend 1 bardic inspiration, grant myself a wondrous appearance. I can choose everybody in our team, including myself, and we all get. How much is it? Hold on. 8 temporary hit points, and you can all use your movement speed as a reaction.
Would anybody like to use their movement speed as a reaction right now?
I needed that.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 25 feet back.
25 feet back puts
But-
you in the water.
Oh shit. I want to make sure none of my friends are in front of me because I don't want them to get zapped.
Okay, you can move.
Like left or right?
Yeah,
maybe?
you're like left a little bit, and you're totally in the clear. Varel, do you want to use your movement speed? I sense the answer is no.
No.
Okay. Excellent. Also, everybody keep very clear track of what's going on because there's a high likelihood that this combat spans into next episode.
Okay.
So everybody be writing stuff down. Like, I used this ability, and here's how many turns is left. Or like, oh, I have this passive effect right now.
Right.
So, Elion, was that your turn?
No, that was my bonus action, so I'm going to do my action.
Okay.
I'm going to use Mantle of Majesty. It gives me the ability to cloak myself in fey magic that makes others want to serve me. So, I'm going to cast Command on the woman.
Okay.
She has to make a saving throw. Let me see. Which saving throw is it? Okay. During this time, I cast Command as a bonus action on each of my turns without expending a spell slot. Any creature charmed by me automatically fails its saving throw against the Command feature. So, I guess Command is what I have to look at here. So yeah, Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 21.
That succeeds. So, so I guess nothing happens in that regard then, because you're not charmed.
Yes. And it is the bird's turn.
Yeah, bird. So it's flying. Would you say like 30 feet up in the air?
Sure, however high you designate.
Okay. I would like it to swoop down and land on Varel, and then I would like it to come back to me.
Okay. Would you like that information?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it because there's a lot. So if everybody but Varel and Elion could deafen briefly, or unless you know, I mean, it doesn't matter. You all know what his brink does.
Yeah.
Varel, could you please detail in broad strokes what your brink does to dangers, please?
Yeah, sure. So I can detach my shadow. It becomes basically a separate entity of which with all the same stats as me, except half of my HP. And it can move around within 60 feet of me. It can punch. It can try to grapple the enemy's shadow, which affects the enemy itself.
Okay.
It can rejoin with me and give me a buff. It can also pop out of the ground and become a literal copy of me if it so pleases.
Cool. And Adef, does the bird need to be touching me at all times for me to be able to use that, or
Yes.
is it just like, okay, cool, then it'll sit on my shoulder and that will be my turn?
Okay. That was Elion. We did Varel just before. So we are going to do Hadak.
Get him out.
Oh, well,
Get your favorite emotes out.
dude, my turn.
All
I did was walk to her.
Yeah, I put you before Elion, but you are technically right after him in the turn order. So you went, and then Elion went.
No, but I mean, I didn't go. All I did was walk. I didn't take
Oh,
the
I
action.
didn't know you wanted to do more things.
Oh, yeah, sure.
No, you tried to take the thing. Wasn't that your thing?
No, before I could, I
All right,
just-
wait.
he-
Take a turn. Take a
He
turn.
showed up and kicked me.
Take a
The
turn.
whole turn was getting kicked.
Take a turn. Take a turn. Take a turn.
Okay. Sure. Sorry to jump in, Bobby.
No worries. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, when the guy teleports like right in front of my face, I'm gonna try to hit him right back.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hit him with my quarterstaff. That is a 13 to hit.
1 second. 13.
Yes.
That does not hit.
Okay. I'll use my multi-attack and hit him a second time.
Multi-attack.
That's a 23.
That hits.
Okay. So that is gonna do 13 damage. And as a bonus action, or actually, I'm gonna try to make that a stunning strike by spending a key point.
Okay.
So a Constitution saving throw from this guy against
Fail. Fail. I failed.
Okay. Okay. So he is now stunned. Cannot take actions or reactions. Can't move. All that good stuff.
Okay.
I'll let you know if something comes up that's relevant.
Trying to look all cool with that flash attack. Now he's stuck.
Yeah.
I just think he probably feels very silly right now.
Yeah. And as a bonus action, I'm going to whisper "Liberation of Shadow," and my shadow will detach from me.
Okay.
We have been doing it. The shadow can take a turn right after me when I do that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the shadow is going to pull itself out of the ground, assume a full-bodied form, and looks exactly like me, except just jet black, basically like Dark Link. And it is going to sidestep the man and attempt to strike the woman sitting on the chair.
Okay.
Grab the flute.
Yeah, so the shadow is going to attack at the desk. That's a 23 to hit.
Hit.
And it does 10 damage.
Okay.
And it's going to use its multi-attack. That's a 18 to hit.
Hit.
That does 6 damage.
Okay. Shadow strikes. Boom, boom.
Yep, and that's it.
Okay. Up next is Hadak.
Doc, yeah.
I'm just making sure that. Okay, no interjections. No. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right, get him up. Cast and bless at the second spell slot, targeting pretty much everyone but myself and I guess Farrell's clone. So everyone else in the party is pretty much buffed up. Plus 1d4 to your attack rolls, to your saving throws. Make sure for 10 turns. So make sure. I am going to elect to not use any movement or bonus action, so that'll be my turn.
Okay. Up next is Daneth.
Okay, well, this guy seems tough, so I'm not going to waste any time here as I cut a little bit on my brow. Blood begins to stream down, and I yell,
Poggers.
"Indomitable trust."
All right, gang.
Do I jump in?
Please do.
I love this so much.
Yeah, okay. All right, guys. We're going to go 1 by 1. Scale, we'll do 1 to 10 this time. Because that was requested, I think. 1 to 10, how much do you trust? You don't have to say, oh, and because, or just say 1 to 10. Hadak.
We'll do 8.
8. Elion.
8.
Alencia.
7.
Jader.
5.
Varel.
10.
Much better than last time.
Yeah.
All right.
Daneth, your movement speed increases by 40 feet per turn.
Increases by 40?
Correct.
Ooh.
Your movement speed increases by 40 per turn. and we'll say that you are double on... Actually, I kind of like how freeform I get to just assign these things, because it is very like case-by-case basis as things change. So increase by 40. You begin to glow like a platinum color.
Let's go.
And
Star Platinum coming up.
you got a Starfinger, most important move. And you have advantage on all attack rolls for the duration of your brink. And let's add a d4 to every damage roll.
Ho, 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 ho. All right, I'm gonna write this down so I don't forget.
Yeah, so I don't forget also. So next time I can say, what did I do last time? See, the reason that I'm okay with Danis being so overpowered is because he never uses it. And so, it's okay every once in a while.
I'm glad I haven't been nerfed using this.
Yes,
Which
it is.
can happen.
It can happen. If no one trusts him, he can become much weaker. All right, Dana.
Nothing
Yeah,
changed.
give us reasons,
All
my
right,
dude.
so I'm going to end my turn. I'm just like, let's go.
Excellent.
I'm going to Hunter's Mark the enemy with my bonus action.
Which one?
The fast guy that
Okay.
Varel has. I forget who's who.
I will
One
tell you.
barrel
I will
has
tell you their
track.
names. I will tell you their names. The woman is Simpeth, goddess of the sun, and the man is Lintu, god of the moon.
Lintu, I will Hunter's Mark you. I choose you, Lintu.
Excellent. Up next is Elencia.
Okay. I'm just gonna ready up all my stuff, so I'm
Sure.
going to activate my brink, do a little scratch, Virtuous Feast,
Excellent.
and then I will also use my Hunter's Mark spell. I think it's still just a level 1. I will also use it on Moon God.
Okay, Lintu, you got it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Okay. And keep in mind, write this down, people. If you're using Hunter's Mark or any kind of spell that targets one of them, I don't want to keep track of that. To be
Well, see, the good thing
blunt.
is Hunter's Mark. I can use a bonus action to change target.
Right.
So
ultimately, it doesn't really matter.
yeah, I don't think I have like any other bonus actions.
Yeah, Hunter's Mark
Right
will
now.
also, as soon as you're done targeting one, once it dies, it'll go. You can
Transfers,
immediately just
right.
put it on the other. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Is that it, my friend?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Oh,
That's an
okay.
action
Sorry. Jader.
I am gonna stay back a little bit because I'm still not full health here. I just want to kind of get a lay of the land. And it seems like everybody's kind of ganging up on the dude. What is it? Ludus?
Lintu.
Lintu, the dude.
So I'm going to, from where I'm standing, I'm already a little cut up. I'm gonna say excavate and point underneath the woman with the flute.
Okay.
She's still
And-
sitting down, right?
No, she was
Oh,
standing
she's-
the whole time.
Oh, okay, okay.
But they're right next to each other. I mean, they're literally right next to each other right now.
Yeah, the four of us
Then-
are all kind of grouped up
I-
there.
Are they within a 6-foot radius of each other?
Yes, you will. You can get the two of them without hitting Danny or Danny's shadow. Yeah, that's possible.
Well, let's throw them both in the hole. Let's just
Great.
throw them both in there.
I'm gonna roll strength save for both of them.
Okay.
Simpeth definitely passes. Lintu definitely fails.
Okay.
What
on
depth?
fail, yeah, it was 12 feet in depth. Creature is
Okay.
knocked prone, takes damage, depth of the hole plus 1d4.
Oh, I wasn't doing that before. I should have done that. Roll d4. Okay, Lintu takes 14. And Simpeth, does she take damage if she succeeds? Is it half?
Half the damage and round up,
Okay.
and the creature is not knocked prone.
Okay.
So whoever passed is not prone. The
Simpeth
one failed
is
is
just
prone.
tootling away on the flute while she falls.
So let me get this straight. The dude is stunned and prone.
And prone.
Okay, that's just mental notes.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that your turn, my friend?
Yep, we're good.
Okay. It is their turn. Simpeth will go first. Every single person that can hear the flute, which is all of you, you all take 4 damage.
Okay.
Also,
I don't like the progression of 1, 2, 4. That sounds.
it is not some kind of Fibonacci sequence or something. It is just a D4 I'm rolling every time.
Okay, that's better. That's better than exponential.
Yeah, that would be exponentially. Yeah, you're right. Fibonacci, we did that already. We did Fibonacci in campaign 1. But yes, you all take 1d4, and now all of your movement speeds are halved as long as you are within the effect of this woman's brink. Chanson du Soleil, or Song of the Sun, is her...
We're all within that, right? Because
Yeah,
we can hear it.
you all are halved movement speed, and you take 1d4 poison damage at the start of her turn every time.
Okay.
And she is also going to take an action whilst playing the flute, which is something she can do. She is going to cast Raise, which is a slightly varied version of magic missiles that I made. And she's casting it on Veril. Veril and Veril's Shadow. So she's going to use 2 missiles on Veril and 2 on Veril's Shadow. Veril, does your Shadow or you have any differences in damage with Radiant?
No.
Okay. You take 8 and 7 is 15 damage. And the Shadow takes 13. And these are literal, like, out of the flute, she changes 1 note in the refrain of the song. And this causes rays of sunlight to, like, beam out of the flute opening, and they strike you. And that's radiant damage, and you take however much it was that I said. And now it is Lin 2's turn. And Bobby, so I gotta do something at the start of his turn, right? Bobby or Veril? Veril, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh
So
no,
Veril?
he's just can't
stunned?
take any actions or move. He's just
So,
he's inert
how long does that last?
until the end of my turn.
Okay. I can wait. Well, that's a fun turn. Elion, it's your turn.
Hey.
We need this.
Questions. Veril. Excuse me, Veril.
He's getting choked up.
Shadow. I am. I feel so bad for him. Veril, the Shadow. Do they cast spells? Can they cast spells?
No. But neither can I. We have key points.
Oh, yeah. See, that's where it's difficult, this one particularly, to copy, because it works off of key points, which is an innate monk ability.
Right.
But we can say that it shares your spell slots.
Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, I like that as like a compromise so it doesn't get its own. That's good.
Elion's about to have 3 turns.
Second question.
Yeah.
If I produce the Shadow,
Yeah.
and then the bird flies off my shoulder, does the Shadow disappear?
Yes.
Okay, that complicates things a little bit. What is more important? I think first for my action, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Anti-Bless in the chat room.
All right, I've been going climbing like 2 or 3 times a week recently, and Anti-Bless is a lot harder now than it used to be.
Oh, there you go.
I went climbing with Oven Donkey in the chat, and he watches every episode, and we were climbing, and then right after we finished a hard route, he just tried it, and neither of us could do it. It's like impossible.
Climbing's so fun though.
It's great. I've been really. I am an adult now. I have a membership to a gym.
Wow.
Let's go.
I don't. Yeah.
Elion, what's the play?
So Bane, they must both make charisma saving throws.
Okay. The lifeless corpse on the ground is gonna go first. He succeeds for sure.
I feel like charisma's kind of a hard sell on this one.
And she does not succeed.
Okay, so she must roll a d4 anytime she makes an action or attack roll or a saving throw for the next minute, and subtract it from whatever she gets. So that's probably for the better, because the other one is incapacitated on the ground. So, so I'm deciding that I'm going to use my bird, and I'm going to. Its movement speed is halved as well, but its movement speed is 60, so it can fly 30 to her, and going to land on her, and that's it. Just gonna stay there.
Sure.
And
yes.
I hope you remember what that means.
Yes. Yes. All of your movement speeds are now fine.
Yay!
Great.
Okay.
Right. There's a lot of moving pieces. I made this problem for myself when I decided to put special abilities in my campaign.
I love it.
Up next is Veril, king of sacrificing women.
Yeah, rub it in. Your own sadistic puzzle.
Let the
Hey, you chose not.
that could-
You chose not to kill yourself. That's not on
Could
me.
have that been
That's true.
solved any other way besides?
It would require one of the souls or one of their souls. It's either yourself or one of the people you never met before.
Okay.
What's a monk to do?
What's a monk to do? Probably the selfless thing, I would wager, but whatever.
I got a world to save over here.
Needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. I get it. It's your turn.
I gotta tell Katia the First that the Pirate King wants to be with her. I got a job, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Now
It's not like you're. It's not like you're.
Sorry,
It's not like you're
I have to leave you to
200.
die because I need to tell someone this pirate has the hots for it.
Exactly.
It's not like you are 250 or anything, and lived 20 of her lives. But yeah, whatever.
It's I got plenty of lives left to
Keep
live.
going.
I could live to be 1,000.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so it is my turn. They're both in the hole. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I would say that she would obviously climb up out of it. Dodoy. She didn't use her movement speed, and because we retconned that one turn for you, she climbed out and is standing like 5 feet back from the hole, so like 10 feet away from you, Veril.
Okay. How much space is behind her? Is there any reason that I deduce she might back up even further?
It's like 15 more feet behind her.
Okay. I'm going to cast silence. And I'm going to try to do it discreetly so she can't tell like what's going on, or like where the range of silence might be. But I'm going to cast it so that it extends. It's a 20-foot radius. So it's gonna center 5 feet in front of her. So it's like there's 15 feet of silence in front of her and 5 of it behind her, basically.
Okay.
Well, no, 20-foot radius. So there's 5 behind her and 25 in front of her. 35 in front of her. Whatever. There's a little bit behind her and most of it in front of her.
Yes, it's 5 behind, 25 up front.
35.
35. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, we both made the same exact mistake. So that she is silenced. No sound can be created within or pass through that 20-foot radius.
That also encompasses you and
Yes.
the shadow.
Yes.
And then additionally 25 more feet behind you.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is, have other people ran into that zone yet?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm like right on the edge of that.
Yeah, so there are no verbal spells that are possible. Anyone inside is also immune to thunder damage. If that's relevant.
Oh no.
It literally is.
Oh, really?
Sorry, Dana.
This has the thunder.
Danith, remember Danith's
Hang
thing?
on.
That's
This is
lightning damage, ain't it?
damage.
Wait, is that
Ain't it?
different? Is that different?
I don't know.
Lightning
Probably
doesn't
not.
need acoustics.
Are lightning and thunder damage the same?
Gotta be.
No, I'm not asking for the difference between thunder and lightning. Difference.wiki responds, lightning is fast and very hot, and is more destructive and dangerous than thunder. Wow.
Really?
Thunder is scary, but it has little potential to cause damage.
Wow.
Cool.
Let's talk about lightning versus thunder damage in D&D 5e.
Yes,
That one?
I typed 5e. They're different.
They are different. Lightning is electric, just like I saw in chat. Thunder is like a shockwave.
I power up. I just imagining I'm powering up. I got this big javelin throw and it just fizzles on the way over.
Is that your turn, Varel?
No, that's my action. I am going to use my bonus action. This bonus action can actually only follow an actual attack action. So that is my turn.
Shadow, go.
And so the shadow is going to. The guy is still in the pit, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the shadow is going to run up and hit her again. That's a 25 to hit.
Hit.
And the damage is 8.
Okay.
And then the multi-attack is let's see. It is 14 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. And then the shadow is going to take its bonus action for a punch. That is 19 to hit.
Hit.
And 11 damage.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right, the dude is no longer frozen in place. He's prone, but... Zveril, so up next is Hadak.
All right. And the dog's going to try to make it so that guy doesn't get up. Well, you know. We're going to cast Guiding Bolt at my, I think, final second spell level. And, attempt to hit him with a spell
Can you
attack.
hit him without line of sight? Because he's in the hole.
Ooh, I guess I can't. I guess I kind of like misread the meaning of guiding bolt.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can hit her though.
I can't. I wanted to pile on a little bit. Yeah, we'll change that target then. All right, guiding bolt over to her. That's like 120 feet, so like that's gonna.
I don't see anything. Components visual. Yeah, you gotta see.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
What did you
yeah,
say?
yeah,
So
see
you're
that.
hitting her
For 24.
to hit.
424, but to hit, yeah.
That's a hit.
Okay. So then they are going to attempt to take 5d6 damage. A roll. For 20 damage.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay.
And that's gonna be it.
Hadak summons this bolt that whizzes towards her. Shocks her. And up next is Daneth, and this will be our last. This will be our last run through.
Okay. So, I want to move. So I got plus 40 movement speed, so I could essentially move at 30 feet or so if I want to. I want to make sure I have both of them in a line.
Your movement speed is
Lindsay
not
being in the
halved
back.
right now,
Oh, it's not? Okay.
and you cannot get them in a line because he's in the hole.
What if I jumped? So I can't target Linsu.
You would have to go all the way behind her, which is over 100 feet of movement, or like 70 or 80 feet of movement to get behind her and then jump and then throw.
Okay, so in other words, it's not going to happen. So, Linsu being in the hole, I want to bury him in that hole. So
Okay.
I am going to activate my javelin, and I want to be clear, it's not just the name of the javelin isn't Kyoko. The name of the javelin is Kyoko the Javelin. The Javelin is part of the name.
Okay, sure.
I just want to make sure that was clear.
Thank you for the-
Anyway, so we're going to whip that out, and I have
Wow,
advantage
so
on all
attachment.
attack rolls. So this is going to be roll 1.
Yeah, you do have to be able to see him though, is the thing.
I'm going to move until I could see him. If I look down, I'm just going to throw it right in his face.
But also, there are a lot of mechanics at play here. There is a cone of silence, and I believe words have to be spoken if I'm not mistaken, for what it is that you're trying to do.
I see.
So I think the answer is just throw it at her from wherever.
I think the answer is throw at her. Yes.
From
okay, we're gonna do
anywhere.
that. I didn't read that. It's like, okay. I don't know the command word.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Okay.
give you one. You can make it up.
Oh,
No.
All right,
You
well,
should
anyway.
say flame on. That's the
Okay.
command word is flame on.
Flame on. Okay, got it. All right. Well, first I'm gonna roll my advantage attack. Does a 25 hit?
Yes.
Okay. I wheeled up my javelin. I say, flame on! I throw it. Anyway, I misread it last time, but it's going to take a 1d6 plus 3, so that's 7. And then, was it I roll a d4 for extra damage, or just plus 4?
I'm pulling it
I
up.
wrote down d4, but I wasn't
I think it's
entirely certain on
D4,
that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, add a d4 damage. Yeah.
Add a d4, so the d4 is a 4. So we're now sitting at 11 total damage.
Yep.
And then the lightning bolt on the target.
I have to make a
takes
dex
damage
saving
from the javelin
throw.
plus 4. No, I missed that. That's stuff on the way. The target just gets hit by 4d6.
Oh damn. Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll those now. So that's 4, 7.
No, it says each creature in the line
10,
excluding you
15.
and the target must make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw. I'm rolling it. Because it says them and the target. So I have to make...
Excluding you and the target.
I can't read! Yeah, okay, roll the d6s.
Okay. Anyway, where was I? I was like 7, 15, plus 11, so that's 26 total damage. Plus Hunter's... Oh, I guess I'd use my bonus action to move the Hunter's Mark. So that would be one more
While they're
d6.
still alive? It just says bonus action to move it if they die.
Oh, I can't just reassign it whenever.
I'm not sure. I was checking that too, since I also have mine activated.
Lucius? King of Hunter's Mark?
You know, I've never moved it unless it died, so I wouldn't know actually.
I'm looking it up.
If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn to mark a new creature. So you cannot do it mid-turn.
Alright, okay, well, ignore that. So it'll just be the... What did I say?
I got it. I got it down.
26?
27.
I think it was 26.
Okay, well I got 11 and 15, so yeah, that's
You
26.
can move it while it's alive as a bonus action.
No.
Just, you can't
No.
at all. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Alright, glad we clarified that. Anyway, 26, I'm fine with 26.
It's a lot of
And,
damage.
Is that your turn?
I cannot use that special move again.
And the javelin is now thrown.
Yeah.
So it's on the other side of the arena now. But it literally, like, when he throws it and says flame on, it turns into a bolt of lightning. And instantly is on the other side of the arena and has struck her on the way.
Pretty cool, Daneth.
Wait, is it a cone? Hang on. Hold up.
It's a 5-yard wide line.
Yeah, Varel and the Shadow need to make... Wait, well, she went 10 feet back. Just the Shadow needs to make a dex saving throw, Varel.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, okay.
DC 13.
That was a nat 20.
Cool.
Can you ride the shadow now? Ride the lightning.
The Shadow takes half of
Yeah,
15, which
Shadow
is...
takes nothing because of
Right.
monk evasion.
Right. This is Gouger all over again. Oh, I actually don't take damage. Okay. Cool. Cool. Is that your turn, Daneth?
That's my turn.
Alencia.
Okay. Well, I also cannot use my Hunter's Mark on Lintu.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to do my second attack.
All right, hit it.
Oh, wait, there's more.
It's a multi-attack.
Also, I had to roll for mine. And then...
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Yep. Okay. Well, it's done. All right. Go on.
All right, El. It's all you.
Okay, so to hit. Wait, what do I add? Why can I never add?
I don't know. How'd you do in math?
I got a 16 plus 8, right? Because my attack bonus.
Yes.
All right, so 24.
Yeah, it hits. And Bless
Okay,
is in
so I
there
don't
too,
have-
but you don't need it.
I don't have Hunter's Mark, but I do have just my regular roll.
Right. So
And
that'll
then-
be your roll plus the psychic plus
Right.
the dex plus 1/2 of that from your brink.
Yeah. And then what about Bardic Inspiration? When do I?
That is.
That
Did
would
you
be
give?
on your attack roll if you wanted to use it.
It's an
about
optional.
what?
It's an
Is that
optional.
the same thing?
No, it's not your damage. It would be on if you were gonna hit or not.
Same with Bless, right?
Bless happens every time though, whereas Bardic Inspiration is a one shot.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So I don't need to use it right now, but I could in the future. Okay.
Yeah.
Just the 2 die plus
Yes.
my dex.
Yes.
Okay. So that's 8, 13.
13 plus 7 is 20. You cash 7.
Okay. It's half though. Oh,
I
no.
did the half. That was 7. It was
Oh, right, the half
13.
was-
I took half as 7. So you cash 7, and it takes 20 total.
Right. Okay. And then I was gonna do my second attack.
Sure.
Just try again. This is an 18, so 26.
26 without the
That's-
half or with already? Did
No,
you
26
add?
is rolling a hit.
Oh, that hits. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, then that is 11, 16 without the half.
Okay, so you cash 8, and it's 24 total.
24. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. That's two arrow shots, both doing the psychic damage.
Yeah.
Excellent. Up next is Jader, our boy.
How far away am I again? from
30. Well, if you didn't move at all ever, 60 feet.
Well, I can't really. I'm gonna move my 30 feet to get closer,
Okay.
and
Is
not
that
really.
part of the silence ring?
No, he's 5 feet outside of it.
He's right by me.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sorry, guys. There's not much I can do without being close. I'm just gonna.
You could take
the...
you could take the dash action as your action if you want. That's always possible. Where you double your movement speed, but that's your action.
No, I'll stop there.
Okay.
I'll stop, and then I'm just gonna shoot my longbow and try to hit the lady.
Sure. Roll to hit and add a 1d4 from Bless.
Just for the record, if he's 30 feet from her, then he is in the silent sphere by 5 feet.
No, if he moves 30 feet, he is 40
Right.
feet. He's 40 feet from her because she moved
Oh, I thought
10.
you said-
She moved 10 feet
Gotcha,
back.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit
Yes.
for 6 damage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use my extra attack and try and do it again.
Sure.
And she's still technically in the silence
Yeah. Correct.
bubble.
So everything that's happened to her has been silent.
Okay.
Weirdly.
She's like,
And the flute is
Does a
not.
13 hit?
No.
That's my turn.
Okay. So it is their turn. We'll go with Simpeth first. She is trying to passively play her flute because that's a passive effect. And nothing is happening. And she's not sure if it's the bird. But she's also seen that like arrows have come by and made no noise. And like stuff has happened in here and made no noise. So she thinks there's something going on. And she is...
Just by the way, she can't hear anything that's happening outside either, so she wouldn't know if there's other things that are making noise.
Interesting. Okay. So she assumes the bird is the reason for this. So she is going to... What can she do? Everything she does is sound-based. She can hit it with the flute. She's gonna. That is something I have here, but it's the only thing she can do. She's gonna hit it with the flute. Dangers does a 17 hit the bird?
Yeah.
8 damage to the bird.
Okay.
And it lifts off of her when this happens, obviously, for a moment. And when that happens, she notices that still it doesn't seem like anything's happening. So she's a little perplexed by this and starts to move. And she backs away from you guys, because that seems like the logical choice, right? And that's not me, like, metaing, like, I know where the end of the cone is. But, like, also, what else would you do? So she backs away, and after 10 feet, she begins to, like, hear her footsteps again. And she's very perplexed by this. But she resumes her song, and all of your movement speeds are halved again.
Except for me, because I am deafened inside the silence.
Yes, if you cannot hear it, you are not halved. You do not take any of the effects. And that's her turn. It is now Lintu's turn.
Do we take damage from the flute?
At the start of her turn, and since it wasn't active at the start of her
Just
turn,
at
you
the
don't take
start,
damage.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Varel and Elion kind of have saved you from a turn of damage and movement weirdness.
Thank you.
Lintu stands. It's the first time he's gonna do something.
Gotta climb out of that hole.
And Varel, are you right there? Are you at the hole?
I am at the edge of the hole, yes.
Okay, he starts dancing. And you feel brink energy emanating out of his, like, movement. And his Danse de la Lune, or Dance of the Moon, is active whenever he is dancing. Best coupled with her ability, obviously, but he can't hear it right now, because he's within the nothingness. And his movement speed is greatly increased, amongst other things. And he is going to...
Did he dance out of the hole? What does he do?
Yeah, he's very, very, very fast. He first goes up to Varel and strikes Varel. Varel,
he
that
used
is
half his movement speed. He used half his movement speed to get up from being prone.
Yes, and then he multiplied his movement speed after that, but yes. He rolled a nat 20.
Fun.
Uh-oh.
So here we go. Take 22 from his moon rapier. It's like this sword, this tiny sword that he just like stabs you with. And then you also notice that the stabbing mark, like something is happening at the stabbing mark. It's not like hurting or anything, but some brink energy has been placed there. And when you look down at it, it's like there's like a moon insignia where he stabbed you. And then he's going to run up to Elion and strike Elion.
Wow.
Elion, does a 16 hit you?
Ties.
Ties? Tie go to the roller, so it hits.
Yep.
You take 10 damage, and this moon insignia appears where he stabbed you as well. This song was dope. We're going to play it again. And then... How many attacks does he get? That's right. He is instantly going to teleport. He does a pirouette, and he appears beside her. It almost looks like he appears beside her. And that is his turn. And I believe that is where we are going to leave things. The goddess Simpeth, goddess of the sun, the god of the moon, Lintu, stand before them. The two of them are behind their thrones. His sword is drawn. Her flute is ready to play again. And now both of their abilities are in full force at the same time as they are designed to. And we will see what that looks like. But she's looking pretty beaten up. You guys laid on the hurt. He's looking good, though.
Good job, Kyoko.
Good job, Kyoko. That will conclude...
That's Kyoko the...
Javelin.
Yeah, Kyoko the Javelin.
Kyoko's just a nickname.
That
Say the full name.
concludes
Yeah,
episode
the Javelin's
11.
nickname is Kyoko the Javelin. Often goes by Kyoko for short.
I'm gonna do the goddamn outro. That's episode 11 of Campaign 2 of Speedrunners and Dragons and Gamers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. We are back, baby. We'll be back in 2 weeks for episode 12, and then who knows how much is after that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Gamers, thank you so much for joining us. Let's do some brief plugs. Dangers, what do we got?
Yo, I'm Dangers. Twitch.tv/Dangers. Dangers_television on everything else. I speedrun Mario games. That's kind of what I'm doing. Kind of got back into Odyssey any percent. There was actually just a trick discovered recently that saves 6 seconds, which is pretty cool.
That's neat.
And I got a sub hour like yesterday, day before,
Nice.
whenever I was streaming last.
Nice.
So I'm back in it, baby. So I've been doing a little bit of that and a little bit of Galaxy 120. So Mario, go fast, wee wee hoo, that kind of thing.
Wee wee hoo. Danny B.
What's up? I'm Danny B, and I do mostly Zelda speedruns. I'm working on completing a marathon of all of the glitchless categories of every 3D Zelda game in a row. Currently learning Wind Waker. I took a bit of a break, but I'm getting back into it starting this Thursday. So that's the next time I'll be online, and hopefully Wind Waker run's coming soon.
Sweet. Kung Fu Fruit Cup.
Hello, I'm Fu, and right now I'm doing my non-normal content, finishing my spoopy games, so Resident Evil 4 and then Resident Evil Village, which, oh god, help me. I don't do scary games. And then I usually do like adventure games. I do Zelda and Mario, but casually, and I do Beat Saber and retro stuff. We're working on Persona 3, Metroid Dread, which is not retro. Fun.
Excellent. Bobby. The Blacktastic.
Yeah. Well, you already got me. Hi, guys. My name is Bobby. I'm the Castlevania guy. Play a lot of Castlevania games, retro and modern, at a pretty high level. Currently going through the advanced games right now, playing through Castlevania Circle of the Moon, where literally the day after Ada's PB Precipice, we ended up getting into top 4 of that leaderboard time. So we're going to keep grinding tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. And yeah, feel free to come through for a whole bunch of Castlevania stuff.
Rad. Fant.
Yep, I'm Van. Hello. And a couple activities going on right now. I'm doing a challenge run of Zooter, OOT randomizer, trying to complete it with taking no more than 4 hits of damage, so limited to 5 hits and you're dead. With the fun fact of ice traps being in the mix, so sometimes you just get hecked. So it's pure chaos and difficult. I'm also in the Link to the Past randomizer league, where as of last week we have clinched a playoff position.
Let's go.
So that's been going on the last couple weeks, and we're doing our last regular season game probably on Friday, and then it's playoff time, baby. So really proud of my team for that.
Let's go.
Also, I may look a little different over there now than I do here, but don't worry about it.
DGR, what's going on next month, my man?
Yeah, so I've been teasing something for a while. I'm DGR Dave. Finally revealed it. I'm doing a month-long charity streaming event starting December 1st, raising money for Starlight Children's Foundation, where they're helping kids with, really bad illnesses, and they help them through gaming, and they make custom gowns for them with gaming characters. It's a really cool charity. They do a lot of good work, and I'm going to be playing Christmas, holiday, winter-themed games throughout the December, and most of them are really bad. Like, did you know there's an Elf Game Boy Advance game?
Yes, actually, I did know about this one.
Widely regarded, one of the worst games ever made. I'll be playing that among other games.
Are you doing Christmas shopping simulator?
Might be on the list.
Ooh.
Like NES
on
Home
the
Alone
list.
games.
There's
so much.
Home Alone might
potential.
be on the list. Polar Express. There's a lot. Just really excited about it and raising money for a good cause.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, be sure to tune into Dave's channel the month of December. I don't have internet in my home. I haven't for a week, and that continues to be true. Spectrum can do some unholy things to itself. But I'm currently in my friend's apartment. I drive over here and can stream. I haven't streamed in a while, so tomorrow I'm going to play video games all day, And then I'm also on a GDQ show tomorrow night. So I'm going to be here a lot tomorrow. I'm going to be trying to stream as much as I can without invading their space. Obviously, respecting their privacy. Spectrum did cast Silence, and I cast I Want to Kill Internet.
In the video game.
Yes, in the video game, of course. But yes, that's what's up. I'll be playing lots of Breath of the Wild. I've also got my 3DS capture card in the mail, and I've been learning A Link Between Worlds for the 4th time, but now I can actually record it. Because I keep learning the game and then not being able to record it, but this time. So yeah, that's what's coming up. Gamers, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.